TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top-flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.
We just had to get organized. They went to a zone late in the game to try to disrupt our timing and our rhythm. And, I took a timeout when they were shooting free throws to just put us in an environment which we can just move the ball and play. And I thought our guys did a good job late of executing that, and they end up getting out of the zone.
VI has his fingerprints on so many areas of this game. Whether it's his scoring, his playmaking for others, the way he sees the court, what impresses you the most?
Yeah, Brandon is a special player. I've talked about him a number of times. He watches a ton of film. His work ethic is off the charts, and he's just getting better and better. And the beauty in it is that he's just trusting the guys on the floor, and they trust him. And, he has times where he's aggressive, and then if the defense is on him, he's giving it up. Tonight is evident of that with 12 assists.
Yeah, it seems like Beyond's really taken off since that day you guys sat down and had that talk. What have you really seen in his game these past few nights, where he's really just kind of looking more like himself again?
Well, it's all things that he already knows. It's things that he's watched, scoring a little bit faster, getting guys in the right spot, being patient. I think his rhythm is getting better coming off that injury. My talk, it was just to check in with him and to tell him what I saw, but he was already there. And now it's good to see him just taking off, and he's putting in the work.
What did you think about the decision making he had early on? I mean, I think he had the 12 assists, but I think he had them all by the middle of the third quarter. And I think it kind of set things up for him later in the game, right?
Yeah, it was great. That's what we want from Brandon, is to just pick your spots. There's times where he's aggressive and he's scoring, and then the defense adjusts to that, and they'll start to sag in and help off guys, and he's just making a simple play over and over again. It's what we talk about. It's what the coaching staff talk about, and the guys are doing a really good job. We're getting better at just trusting each other. Tonight, 30 assists and 10 turnovers is the recipe for our team.
You guys went to Herb on Luka 2 nights ago. You start with GT, but it was mostly GT tonight. What was different about how, or what kind of made you want to go to that change, and then what were you guys able to do differently tonight to slow him down a little bit more?
Well, Garrett, this is his 12th year in the league, so he's seen it all, and we wanted to just put a little bit of know-how on Doncic. I thought he did a good job. Herb did a good job. All the guys that came in and guarded him. But we had to make an adjustment just in terms of how we guarded him in general, no matter who was on him. And I thought our team, we did a good job of locking in on that.
I don't know what the final number was, but I know a high percentage of your shots tonight ended up winning assists as well. I know that was a big priority for you coming into this situation. Just what did you see tonight, just the overall ball movement from the team?
Beautiful. It's the way we want to play. It's fun to play that way. I believe the guys enjoy it. Everyone feels a part of the game when the ball is moving and hopping, and we just have to continue to play that way. I'm proud of our turnaround especially with these guys coming on our floor and beating us, and then the resiliency of our team of coming back and winning on their home floor.
And it wasn't that long ago when you were talking about guys got to make shots, and one of the names you brought up was Trey Murphy. And you know, these past few games, it seems like he can't miss a three. Just what are you seeing from him, especially, you know, in limited windows where he's able to come in and be effective?
He's doing a good job. He's working with Coach Corey Brewer. They're in the gym every day, and I'm watching Trey, and he's serious about just getting better. And I think he's starting to catch up with the speed of the game. It was a little quick for him early, but I'm proud of him. He came in and hit some really big shots for us, and we believe in him. We're just going to continue to work as a team, and it's good to see those guys come in and just have the effort that they did.
Let's go to Christian on Zoom.
Hey, I know you've talked a lot about turning stops into scores. Was that third quarter when you guys outscored 35-20? Kind of what that looks like for you guys?
Most definitely. Anytime, you know, we can force those guys to take tough shots and rebound the ball, we want to go. And the third quarter was evident, 35-20. It was a real good push for us, and we needed it. But that's when we're playing at our best.
Chris, let's go ahead.
Hello, Coach. Congratulations on the win, first of all. For you guys to have a player like Garrett Temple, who is impactful with many ways on the floor, but his passing ability, his rebounding, how important it is and how beneficial for Brandon Ingram's game it is?
It's huge for Brandon. It's huge for our team. It's huge for me. Garrett, you know, he's I think this is his 12th season in the NBA. He's seen it all. He's done it all, been on multiple teams. But he brings such substance to our group in the locker room, on the floor, in the community. And he's just huge for us. He had a big night tonight and, you know, not necessarily scoring, but guarding the ball, rebounding the ball, being in the right spots, setting screens, all things that a veteran like Garrett comes in the game. And this is how he impacts our team.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
For all things Pelicans, you're now tuned into the Pelican post-game report. Much love to the flock. Coming to the flock with this one, man. This was an awesome win by the Pelicans, regrouping, taking care of business, baby, repaying, getting revenge on the Dallas Mavericks by the big score of 107-98. So big ups to the flock. Thank y'all for joining us in this episode of the Pelican post-game report. Much love to the fam. Please feel free to hit upon the like button. Hit the like button if you're not a subscriber. Join the flock today because we keep it real deal, Holyfield on all things Pelican. So much love to the fam. Let me open up. We've been having a little technical difficulties, fam, but we in this live stream. We're in the building. So big ups to the fam. Thank y'all for joining us in this installment of the show. Big ups and thanks, B-Mac for the super chat. Thank you, B-Mac. Much love to you. We appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for that as well. All right, and we salute all of the flockers in the building. Big ups. I'm Big Q.
You know.
Got my dog DC, the co-host in the building. DC. We get revenge on the Mavs 107-91. Let's get to it, brother.
We win. We got our manhood back, Q. What can I say? That's what we were supposed to do. They win their handle business. And it's back to business as usual. And it's very funny, the stats to me, because it's like B.I. went and had a Luka Doncic type game, in my opinion. So that was refreshing to see. And glad we got the dub, man. Total team win. Garrett Temple, shout out to him for putting the clamps on Luka. You know what I mean? Herb did help out a little bit too. But very impressed with the intensity defensively of everybody. You know what I mean? Even Tomas Satoransky played good defense too. Like everybody, man. Willie Herman Gomez is probably our least, best defender, but he still did his thing, getting on the boards and decent offensive output, stepped up for Jonas. So everybody all across the board, man, total team win. They were all disgusted, and this is what you look for. You want to see them respond after having a game like they had. And hopefully the sky ain't falling no more for everybody that's Pels fans.
Yeah, well, anytime you win a ball game, man, it helps the overall morale of the Pelican Nation out because we get ever so close to that. You look at that win-loss total, Pelicans right now picking up their 7th win of the season. Now currently are 7-18. So we kind of climbing in that thing, and that's a big positive. Let's get into the statistics. Our family get that knocked out here. Final stats on the game: 107-91. Pels get that. All right, they started off 37 of 89 for 41.6% shooting the ball from the field. The Mavs are 32 of 79 for 40.5%. Pelicans shot 12 of 30 from downtown for 40%. Not so good for the Mavs, who were a few 10 for 34, a couple of threes behind, but the attempts 10 of 34 for 29.4, 75% from the charity stripe, 21 of 28, getting 28 attempts. In the Mavericks building, they got 26 was called, 17 of 26 by the Mavs to 65.4. Pelicans still at a higher clip than their adversary in terms of free throws. Rebounds, Pelicans really showed out. 54 rebounds, 12 offensive on the night against the Mavericks, 42 rebounds. The Pelicans circulating around that magical number of 30 assists, and they had 30 tonight versus the Mavericks, 17, 5-4 on the steals, 5-2 on the blocks, advantage Pelicans, and then held their turnovers down. Only 10 turnovers tonight by the Pelicans, 10 points off turnovers, 15 by the Mavericks, 13 off of them. And, of course, Pelicans won the fast break battle 19-11. They were even on the points in the paint, 38 all. But at the end of the day, the Pelicans left by as much as 18 and Mavericks by as much as 10. But the reality at the end of the day is that the Pelicans get a little closer to even up in that regular season series, as you can see right now. Currently, the Mavericks still leading 2-1. One game is left to be played, and that's coming up in February on the 17th. So, DC,
I'm pretty sure we'll have Zion by then.
It'll be pretty cool, Abby. Let's jump into the statistics and see what's a key statistic that stick out to help the Pelicans win this game. Thank you.
Overall, I mean, the stats you read off were lovely, man, and it's only two for me that I need to signify this win, man. Number one is the 30 assists, Q. We had 30 assists, man. You know, that's amazing. When we play like that, when any team plays like that, if they're not turning the ball over, like, it's extremely hard to beat them. So 30 assists, everybody's feeding the ball. Nobody got selfish with it. BI kind of led the charge with 12 of those, you know. Very, very big stat right there, bro. And the other one to me would be the 54 rebounds. It tells me two things. One, you're doing your job on the boards, and also, two, if you got 54 rebounds, that means you're playing good defense. You know what I mean? They got 42, so you out-rebounded them by 12. You playing great defense to get all of those damn boards. That means it was missing a lot of shots. So 54 rebounds, 29 assists, bro. Signifies the game, shows you that it was a great team win, man, on both sides. They did what they had to do offensively. Very, very dull in the first quarter, but they wasn't scoring, but they weren't allowing the Mavericks to score either. So that's the two stats that stick out to me, man. What you see?
Hustle and heart, my friend.
Yeah.
Hustle and heart is a big part of the win. Pelicans showing a lot of hustle, but a lot of heart in coming back to get the revenge against the Dallas Mavericks for what they did to them the other night. So hustle and heart, something that I've seen in overall outside of the statistics. But really, I think the Pelicans defense, like we talked about, was really good. And this one, of course, you heard Coach Willie allude to the question about, you know, with the guarding of Garrett Temple against Doncic.
He put Luka Doncic in the sacred Temple of Doom.
He put him in the Temple of Doom, exactly.
Yes,
so I mean
did.
that was really good, really, really, really well done by Coach Willie on that play. No, you had to slow Wonder Boy down some kind of way, and a lot of family members saying that was just that was just something that a glitch in the matrix would happen with the Mavericks and the Pelicans the first time around. Nobody, they couldn't reproduce that 68% shooting from the field in the second matchup, which was a couple days ago. This time around, you see the Mavericks were more grounded with 40.5 shooting from the field. So when they're right around there, we can beat them. And we showed a lot of heart in this game. So that's my call. And thank you, family.
Appreciate
Thank
you,
you,
Nola, baby.
thank you,
Man,
Nola. Thank you for that,
appreciate
bro.
the Pelicans
And
rejuvenating our spirit after watching Thursday night football. Squad up. That's right, boy. Because that was, boy, it was starting. This month was starting off real depressing. You know what I mean? Thursday night, and then you're coming off of what happened with the Pels against Mavericks the first time. So Dallas was kicking our ass, and they went there and redeemed themselves. So yeah, shout out to them for that. Appreciate that $5 too, brother.
Much love. Also, brother B. Thomas in the building saying this BI is dangerous, patient, and precise in his decision making. Yes, indeed.
Be easy. That's one of the nicknames I want to give him. Not be easy, dog, because that's how he playing, man. He playing patient. He playing and making the game easy. So if he do that, BI can be unstoppable. Real talk.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I like him playing like this, under control, knowing what he's doing. I mean, he was something else tonight, and most people give BI a hard time, but you got to give him some credit tonight, family. You really do. Let's get into the individual.
Yeah, 10 games like this straight back to back, Q, and you ain't gonna never hit him trade BI shits ever again.
Yeah, I hear that really too often. Not so much from the flock, but a lot of people online keep talking that craziness when he have an off game. 24 points for BI. Speaking of which, he led the effort for the Pelicans scoring wise, among a lot of other ways, just period. 24 points for BI in 38 minutes. He was 7 of 20 from the field, 1 of 4 from downtown. He was 9 of 11 from the charity stripe. He finished with 24 points, 12 assists, and 8 rebounds. Almost a triple-double day for BI in a matchup. Plus, he was plus 12 on that plus minus. Of course, other scores as well. 14 points from Big V in 25 minutes, 5 of 7 from the field. He was 0 of 2 from downtown, 4 of 7 from the charity stripe. Finished with 14 points, 11 rebounds, and a couple of assists right there. And he was
25 minutes.
And he was fighting foul trouble as well. 5 personal fouls in the matchup. He was plus 12. And of course, you look at 213 scores from Herb Jones, who put up 13 in 36 minutes, 5 of 11 for him, and 2 of 3 from downtown, 13 points, 4 assists, and a couple of rebounds. And then Herb did his thing. 13 points from Graham as well in 31 minutes. He was 5 of 11, 3 of 8 from downtown, 13 points, 3 rebounds, no assists for Graham in the matchup, finished with 13. And of course, you didn't see what Temple did guarding Doncic. Not too much to talk about from the scoring because a lot of that was kind of delegated to his defense. But he did have 5 points, rebounds, a couple of blocks, and a couple of 3 assists in 24 minutes of action. Then going to the bench, top bench scorer with Big V having foul trouble. Guess who had his back? Billy Hernan Gomez had his back. 12 points in 23 minutes for Billy. 4 of 10 from the field. He was 4 of 5 from the charity stripe. Billy finished with 12 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists in a matchup. So Big V, foul trouble, that's all right. Billy Hernan Gomez got his back. And, of course, 2 9-point scorers by NAW in 27 minutes. He had 9 points, 4 of 11 from the field, 1 of 12 from downtown. He finished 9 points, 3 rebounds, a couple of assists. And then Trey Murphy, Trigger Trey, 9 points within 10 minutes, 3 or 4 from the field.
Adjusted the sights on that rifle, dog.
He was 3 of 3 from downtown DC in 10 minutes. So, man, when he get an opportunity, he takes off 9 points and a rebound in his 10 minutes of action. He got 9 points in 10 minutes. So
he would have had a lot more, in my opinion, man. The fouls, bro. You know, he kept getting these quick ticky-tack fouls. So if he get his defense together on the NBA level, man, as he adapts to the speed, his shot is definitely starting to come around. I mean, he's shooting is he shooting like 40% on the season from the 3? I don't think his stats are that bad 3-point percentage wise, but obviously he ain't took a bunch of them.
Well, I mean, let's take a look at it. Where I got him pulled up, his 3-point shooting from the season is almost 39%.
Yeah, about 40. So
yeah, not bad.
If he can get his defensive game together, man, then he'll get more time out there, and you'll get to see more of that Trigger Trey rifle.
That's a big part of it, getting that defensive side of things together. Thank you. Young Sale 777 with the super chat. Thank you, fam. Says Kyrie never playing in New York. What y'all think about Pels trading for Kyrie? we have the cap and the picks to do so. I don't think that happens.
I don't think
I don't
the
think
Nets
that
want
happens.
picks, to be honest, bro. I mean, if you getting Kyrie, they looking for BI or Zion, in my opinion. I don't think the Nets just want to give them away. They're trying to win now. So what can we give them so they could win the championship now? So I think
You
it's
want
a
to
no
start.
go for us.
You got to start. It's a star for a star. So
Right.
you name our stars.
If we give them BI, they gonna be trying to ask for a pick with BI to get Kyrie. So that's a no go.
And then
I like Kyrie. I think he would be a great addition, but
And of course, the thing also with Kyrie is his mindset of wanting to play ball. You know, you make a trade for Kyrie, how long is he interested in playing basketball? It just seems like his whole mentality is away from basketball, man.
That is true.
He came a long way in his thinking, man, and people kind of getting on him. But man, he's a deep kid, man. So thank you, Sal, for that, man. Young Sal,
I think he's highly intelligent, Q.
bro. Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely.
And he understands life is bigger than ball. And when he play, he's still pretty damn amazing too in the clutch.
Man,
and
he
the whole
awesome,
nine.
man. He awesome, but with his hit. But that's what I'm
They
saying.
They would win a championship if Kyrie was on the team. I guarantee it. With him, James Harden, and KD. If they play for 2 years, they gonna win one of them out of them 2 years for sure.
All right, appreciate you for that, fam. Also, J. Carv in the building says no, hell no. Keep Kyrie off my Pels. Thank you for J. Carv did a super chat just for that. All right, thank you, J. Carv, man. Much love to you, fam. Appreciate all the super chats, family. Let's finish up on this DC as well. So, we talked about the individual statistics. You made mention of Herb, and we talk about Trigger Trey Murphy, BI in this joint. Moving forward. So
what that is, Luna, you said got to put 100 on the Pels winning the Southwest. It pays 25 G's. Shit, I might have to put 100 on that too. You never know.
So that's a big part. But let's finish up the individuals there. DC didn't go into the preview of the upcoming matchup on the 5th, I think it is. So let's see the Mavericks top scorers. Of course, Luka Doncic once again, 21 points for him. He had 10 rebounds, almost a triple-double day for him as well. 21 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 3 off from a triple-double in 35 minutes. The difference is this time around, Pelicans did a good job on him defensively, but look, he really didn't have that starting lineup depth or those guys that were helping him out in the first matchup. Like Tim Hardaway was putting up points in this one. Tim Hardaway struggled. He had only 12 points in the game. Brunson doing his thing, 16 off the bench.
Man, he's so consistent, bro.
Yeah, Brunson is the dude.
He's the same guy every time I see him play, Q. Same production.
Yeah.
He's awesome, man.
I
wish we would have drafted him.
Yeah, and that's and really now that people know who Brunson is, the kind of secret is out on Brunson because it was a time when I was like, man, we can sneak and get this brother because
you knew about him before he got drafted.
Yeah, I talked about how good Brunson is and
what college did he
come
from?
And Dylan too. Now Dylan Brooks that Memphis has, he was another player that I liked a lot. But anyway,
I liked Baines. Remember, I was campaigning first on the draft show to draft Baines. Right. Man, I wanted Baines bad.
Yeah. Brunson's from Villanova. So yeah, he was a guy.
He got that makeup, bro. Villanova produced some dogs, man.
You got that 14.6 on the season, 5 assists, 4 rebounds.
He do it in his sleep too, Q. He good, it's easy to him, bro.
Yep, he made for it. But that's why I said it's one of those things where I would wanted KLJ to have that attack dog mentality. But it is what it is, man. KLJ is coming along.
Brunson was a 1-year guy and come to the league, or was he a 2-3?
I don't remember how many years he spent there.
Because I noticed a lot of them guys that actually stick around college for a while, they seem to come in more aggressive. Other than the guys that are phenoms, of course. They come in with a more aggressive mind state,
a more mature mentality, if anything.
Right.
So I mean, it is what it is, man. But anyway, big ups to the fam. Okay, Mo said he was in there for 4 years. See, I didn't know.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense why he's so polished like that.
Was he his teammate? I don't remember.
I mean, he
was he. If it's 4 years, I guess so.
He could have been. He could have been. Because Josh Hart didn't. I don't think he was a one and done. So
Okay, I'm at the well. Okay, I'm at to look into that.
I don't know.
But,
That's interesting though. He probably could have been.
anyway, fam, let's move on to the next one. We talked about that with the. I'm glad the Pelicans were able to get that revenge on them, man, because that was a slap fest of epic proportion. But let's move on to the next one here on the fifth. Coming down, we got the Houston Rockets, another Texas team, man. We got to do the two-step on their face too. All right, so you got the Houston Rockets matchup DC in there, 6 of 16. That's what there is. 6 of 16 record, 5-5 at home. Pelicans coming into this thing 6 and 18, 3 and 10 away. It's on the 5th at 6 p.m. Central Time. And of course, this could be I don't want to throw it out there too early, but this could be another 2-game winning streak right here. The Pelicans can start another little 2-game winning streak right here, perhaps push it to 3. I ain't gonna go too far into it, but anyway, let's get into
this. The matchup meter actually got us.
It got you favored.
Win.
You ain't favored by much.
We ain't been favored all year.
The matchup meter got you favored by just a little bit, but you still favored nonetheless. But anyway, Ingram is they finally changed it, right? Ingram is the top scorer for the Pelicans, leading them at almost 22 points per game, 44.2 on the field goal percentage, almost 85% from the charity stripe. Big V, 12 rebounds per game. Graham dropped just below 5 assists per contest, and of course you got Christian Wood is their top guy, averaging 16 points per contest. He's also the key rebounder, and Porter, averaging almost 6 assists per game, is their key assist man. And of course, you look at the fact that Jalen Green is listed as out. Porter is there day to day. They were discussing with John Wall about coming back to the team.
That's despicable what they're doing with John Wall, man. And they should be getting fined every goddamn game, like how they was trying to fine us for that shit.
Yeah,
that man won't play. He healthy. He's actually a good player. They're clearly trying to, I guess, tank in a way, and they don't want to play him. It don't make no sense, Q.
Yeah, it's intriguing, DC, but and B. Thomas is right, and you can look at it and see right there the last 5 games. The Houston Rockets have been excelling. They're currently on a 4-game winning streak, beating Chicago 118-113. Took it to overtime with Charlotte, 146-143.
Mm-hmm.
Then a couple days later, they took it from OKC 102-89, and then a 4-point win against OKC in back-to-back matchups. So I mean, a day later anyway, but the result is they're still on a winning streak. So that's impressive. So the Rockets are hot right now.
Yeah, they don't won 6 games from the last 2 weeks, look like.
So the Pelicans getting a hot Rocket club going to Houston. So this is going to be a interesting matchup. Really it is. So we'll see how it all goes. Let's break it down, DC. How the Pelicans get this one from the Rockets, man. The red hot Rockets.
This one is gonna go similar to the Clippers, in my opinion. If we're gonna have to use Valanciunas. He's coming off a rough outing in the double matchup with Dallas, and Zion also has problems with them too. So it's something about the way that they're constructed with the big men that they have. Obviously causes problems.
Yeah, it's a 5-game winning streak. They won tonight. They beat the Magic 118-116, 5-game winning streak.
And the people ain't playing, man. But if we want to beat them, we gotta cut the head off, man. Christian Wood has been the guy kind of leading the charge, playing amazing. So I would run through Big V and force him to get in foul trouble, or at least wear him down. If they don't put Christian Wood on him, then they're gonna put the rookie on him. So either way, I don't see how else they match up with us. What do they have? How do you pronounce his name? Sergen. He's pretty good too. That rookie they got. He plays center for him and power forward. So either way, I think you go with that type of strategy. And you also want to get Big V going after coming off this series. And he only played 25 minutes tonight. They're going to get a break and go back at it. So I think that would be the best strategy to go ahead and beat the Rockets. Also, we're going to have to make sure we play good perimeter defense, because they can get it hot for shooting from behind the line, bro, and shoot your eyes out. Jalen Green, we know what he's capable of. Kevin Porter can also put up points. You know what I mean? Eric Gordon, dead-eye three-point shooter. We all know that. And they got a pretty decent bench with some guys, too. DJ Augustine is over there, We was giving him props a show or two ago, talking about how we all like DJ Augustine, and he's a great point guard. Been in the league for a while, quality guy, quality starter, quality backup, I'm sure, for them. So the Kenyon Martin, his son, a lot of hustle, intensity, and heart. You know where he get that from. So this ain't a team to smirk at, man. Like, we really got to go in there with our A game. And they on a 5-game winning streak too, beating quality opponents. It ain't like they beating trash, you know. So we really got to go in there and play with the same intensity we played with the Dallas Mavericks team tonight, and we played with the Clippers. And then when we won, what day was that? Forgot the damn day. Q was Wednesday, I think, Thursday. Anyway, you get the point. So in order for us to be able to get that victory, bro, we got to execute our offensive sets the way we did tonight, and preferably run through JV unless you see a better way. I mean, I guess it wouldn't hurt to run through BI either. So if he gonna play like how he played tonight.
Yeah, this is an interesting team, man. And Wood was a guy that, of course, we had, and I know that they run through Wood, they playing through Wood, 16 and 11, that he's giving them a night. But they also have other players. You can look at their scorers right there and see Green there, 14 a game, Kevin Porter Jr. from Cleveland, 13.1, Eric Gordon at 13, Jay Sean Tate, 12.4, averaging about 6.6 on the rebound. So he's the second leading rebounder behind Christian Wood. And then they got some hustle players on this squad, man. It's a lot of hustle players, man. Daniil House is another dude that's a hustle player. So they got a hustle man mentality in Houston. And of course, it's pretty damn good when you win 5 straight games. So they red freaking hot right now.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just not going to be a walk in the park, so to speak. The Pelicans going to have to dig in and make things happen. And you're right. I think it's a solid strategy to go through Big V, because Christian Wood would be the guy that they use to match up with him. And I think he could feast on him or that backup, Sengoin or whatever his name is.
I can't pronounce his name either.
I can't pronounce the man.
He's a rookie. He's pretty good though, Q. He's good in his own way.
Yeah, I've seen him play. Yeah, let me see if I can get his picture up.
They had a good draft, man.
Sengun. There he is right there.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what's intriguing, man, at the end of the day, is that the Pelicans, have to play through their stars, man, to make things happen. And in all respect to the Houston Rockets, I think the Pelicans should be able to, with their minds right, should be able to get a win against this club. Listen, I'm just going to keep it real with you. I think we have more than enough assets to be able to beat the Houston Rockets. But we have to be solid. We can't go in there with the letdown and consistent. So, I mean, even to a degree, Houston has found a consistency, and they're playing really comfortable right now to get 5 games, and they've beaten some pretty decent teams within that 5-game stretch, and also even got the win tonight. So that's pretty commendable. We haven't been able, the best we've done in the time that we played as the Pelicans is 2-game, just a 2-game winning streak, and we just did that. So, you got to be all in on that, man. And like I said, Houston got a lot of hustle guys, man. A lot of guys diving on the floor, a lot of grit and grind type guys. It's going to be intriguing to see how this matchup happens. Like, it'll be on the 5th, so we'll see how it all goes down. So anyway, let's keep it moving along, fam. We're going to cover some other news. DC, you want to talk about the Zion Williamson situation that occurred, fam? You want to get on that?
Yeah, I guess we can go ahead and talk about Zion, man. Apparently, this week, all the news came out as Zion was supposed to have a full 5-on-5. He was going to do contact training 5-on-5. He was doing contact training 4-on-4. And apparently during that 4-on-4 full court workout, he started to experience soreness. So he didn't practice today, and will have a slight delay in his rehab before ramping back up next week. Now, it's funny to me that this is even news, because if you injure a part of your body and you start to use it, like your knee or your foot, I would imagine you would have soreness. I don't know why this is so such a big deal. You know what I mean? I would imagine you would have some goddamn soreness. So it just only makes sense, right? Like, you ain't used it in months. And now you're using it at a pretty high level, I would think it would be sore. So maybe this is all a part of the grand plan, and they're just slow rolling it or doing it in. This is the version of short bursts. David Griffin loves short bursts, and Zion ain't having that shit on the court, so they just gonna do short bursts with his how he coming back, because this shit don't make no sense that this is even news. Okay, he won't be back as planned. Are they trying to? I guess they gonna milk the whole month, like Big Q was saying, because they putting out this report. It really doesn't make any sense to put out an injury report to report soreness, other than the fact of maybe they seriously were anticipating Zion being back. I noticed that the Milwaukee Bucks game that we had on ESPN has now been rescheduled. And guess what, family? It was rescheduled right before this news dropped. The day before this news dropped in the morning, they rescheduled the Milwaukee Bucks game with us on ESPN to 7:30, and it not being a primetime game. Go figure. So it's either got something to do with that, or Zion ain't gonna play this month and it's gonna be January, just like how Big Q was saying.
Well, yeah, the reality is, bro, like we're gonna cover it right here from good people over at the Pelican Report. I got, we mess with them guys. They're pretty good. Pelican Report: Zion Williamson experienced soreness in his foot, and his return has been delayed, according to Willie Green. He had been doing 4-on-4 full court work, but started experiencing the soreness, so he did not practice today, and will have a slight delay in his rehab before ramping back up.
I just said that, brother.
Yeah. So it's a bit, but sometimes you have to kind of reinstate that thing, though. DC.
To reanalyze it. What's your take on it, bro?
Well, I mean, it hadn't changed. Why
are they doing it like this though?
I mean,
what is the purpose of keep giving us updates in short bursts? Why?
Well, I mean, first of all, I hate short bursts. Number two, that's number one. I just despise it because maybe the bad situations that we had with that terminology here, I just think that need to go away. And I think they just, because a lot of the Pelican faithful are concerned about Zion Williamson and won't know what his development is. And then another reason is the Pelicans did a super shitty job, pardon my Mandarin, or of letting the family members know about what's really going on with Zion Williamson. A lot of people think they're still lying about it. There was also articles coming out saying that the reason why the Pelicans did what they did in terms of how they did it with Zion's information was because he didn't want all of his particulars known, which to me doesn't sound right, because if you're a professional basketball player and a star and you have an injury and you're a franchise player or seen as a franchise player, if you get hurt, that's a big deal. People want to know what's going on. How long are you going to be out? It's a lot of money riding in this stuff. Right. So, but anyway, I mean, I just think they are just trying to stay on top of it, and I'm pretty sure Willie getting tired of being asked a lot of the questions. So they're just trying to get ahead of this thing and try to let the family members know. But like I told people, I said, listen, don't count on Zion Williamson helping you right now until 2022. I told them that. And I told them that because I knew that it's probably a little bit more, not further more, but a little bit more than what it is. And of course, you have to then factor in setbacks, because we do have setbacks in terms of injuries. If you look at the Saints, how many times you've heard key players for the Saints have setbacks in their rehab? It happened with Will Lutz, Mike Thomas, and it pushed the timeline back. So, you also
maybe
have
that's where they learned this tactic from.
It's the same organization, isn't it? Ran by the same people, and so that's what I'm saying. I think
we're going to keep having setbacks till next year, Big Q?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. All I can say is
Mike Thomas was supposed to come back, and then, the season was over.
Setback. He had a setback. So,
several setbacks. He was having setbacks since last year.
Well, the more recent setback. Same with Will Lutz with his core surgery. He had a setback. That does happen in the rehab process.
Is it the rehab process or is it the people doing the surgery?
I mean, who knows, DC? Who knows? I mean, Zion has been hurt consistently and persistently and consistently since he been, like I say, persistently and consistently since he's been here. He's been hurt. Now, if you want to factor that on the fact that like WB3 would say that he's overweight, and whatever, or some medical staff, whatever the case may be, fam, you're going to have to give Zion Williamson some time to get healthy. And of course, if he ain't 100%, we might want to just keep him out of this thing, because if you put him in there and he ain't 100%, you're going to have problems and he's going to miss even more time. And I think we are really tired of watching Zion Williamson sit on the bench as opposed to help the Pelicans out on the court. So, I mean, that's just my take on it. And of course, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
No, you got it, DC. Go ahead.
Well, I was just saying the one thing I'm not buying, though, is all the stuff about him not wanting to play and him being too fat and he ate too much for Thanksgiving. People are real imaginative with a lot of this stuff.
That's WB3 throwing all that out there too.
But
on that Pabst.
On that what?
On that Pabst. Which how you pronounce it?
I don't know though.
That blue ribbon. I see that shit in the store. I said, man, that's Willie's beer, man.
You think straight Willie as soon as you see that shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't even pay attention to that shit until Willie put it out there. I would not look right past it, man.
I went back and looked at that damn movie. I was like, damn, he really is drinking that shit.
Yeah, it ain't like one of them commercials where they just stand up there on the beach and just hold the beer and smile. Nah, Willie drinking that shit.
Nah, you got to be grimy and gutter, bro. They had what's your boy? Clint Eastwood drinking that, bro. You gotta have some bodies under your belt to drink that shit.
Drink that shit enough, you be a body up and down. I mean, big up. What's up, Lexa, man? Big ups to the fam, brother John T and the rest of the fam. Big ups to y'all. Appreciate you. What's up, brother Damien? He says, QDC, just saying it's possible this team can still make the playoffs playing without Zion or without him, or should we try to trade for another big time player? Well, I mean, that's intriguing. But who you going, what you give up to get that big time player? Most teams, they're gonna want to have a big time player for a big time player, not just a pick. Or, and we do have that trade exception. But I don't know, the Pelicans, I think a lot of it's so invested in Zion Williamson. And they done came this far, fam. So I think they're going to just wait this thing out. And, of course, when the time comes, they're going to offer them that money. So I think they're just going to wait it out. And like I said, the mentality of the Pelican Nation should be that the only Zion we want back on the court is 100% injury-free Zion Williamson. Anything else, it wouldn't work for us, because ultimately the kid going to get hurt again, if he's not fully healthy. So let's get him healthy 100%. And then the basketball stuff will take care of itself. But I don't see a big time trade for a player. You got to give up a big player for a big player, or a name player for a name player. Maybe a key reserve that can come in and help. I can see that happen. I don't see a big time player or a star type talent coming here for picks or whatever else. DC, you go ahead.
Right.
Thank you, Damon.
You tackled the side of it with trading, so I ain't gonna comment on that. But I think without Zion, we would probably David Griffin would hope to tank, and I think we still would make the goddamn play in with BI, because I think he would just continue to get better. The young guys would get better. It would be like I wouldn't say a weight lifted off their shoulders. The expectations wouldn't be as high. So they will play a lot freer because nobody's expecting them to do anything. They already buying into the coach's system. So I think actually if it came out and it says Zion won't return this year, I think they would still play the way they're playing now, if not better, because the roles will change. Some of the stuff they're doing now, I'm sure they're doing with the anticipation that Zion is coming back. Some of the way they're designing the roles on offense or what they're trying to get the guys to do, they wanted to be able to fit with Zion, like making sure that Jonas Valanciunas shot more threes. That's obviously the help right now, but also more than right now, just so he can play a lot better with Zion. So I think without him, man, we go ahead and make the plan. We have talent and we got a lot of young guys, and typically with young guys, as the season goes on, if you got a good coach and you're actually doing the right things with them, they continue to get better. So we probably would try and go young and give Trey Murphy more minutes and stuff like that. And maybe we go through one more lull, and then I think they kind of take off and make the plan. Now, will they get to the playoffs from the plan? That's where it get a little rocky. You probably need some help, and we got people start praying, and you get the voodoo people to lift some curses off and all of that to hope all that happen. But I think the Pels would win more games than they won last year, with or without Zion. I think they would still probably win 37, maybe 38 games with no Zion. And that puts you right there for a playoff spot if you're looking at the West right now.
Yeah, and more on that too as well, because the Pelicans, speaking of players the Pelicans are trying to bring in, how about this guy? Forward Gary Clark. Reported on guaranteed the Pelicans signed him to a non-guaranteed deal for the remainder of the season. He will be taking the open roster spot once Didi Louzada is placed on the suspended list. So once that opens up, Gary Clark is here. And of course, Pelican reports that he won the AAC Defensive Player of the Year, his final year at Cincinnati. And he says he's a great wing defender and can stretch the floor as well. Could have angled for a shot creation, but I love this pick up nonetheless. It's from Pelican Report. Gary Clark is a guy we talking. And of course, I looked up some stats on Gary Clark, and I looked at his scouting report currently. And let me give you a second. I'm going to share that with the family members too to find out who Clark is, because of course we have a new Pelican family member joining the team. And this is what, one of the scouting reports, NBA scouting reports on Clark.
Another 6'7" guy, huh? Well, we just gonna have Buffalo Wild Wings around there.
Wings galore. He's 6'7", 230 pounds, from Cincinnati. And of course, you can look at his pros. They got him. This is a college scouting report, obviously, before he got drafted. But it said he's pros, a strong finisher around the basket, excels at scoring on the move, adequate low post scorer, decent shooter from all over the floor, adequate playmaker, very good rebounder, solid defensive player, solid shot blocker, good athlete, great motor, tough physical player that is willing to bang inside. Now, his cons can be reluctant to take threes. Sato has a slow release, must extend his shooting range, must expand upon his low post moves.
He need a little work with Fred. He fit right in with Fred and her.
May struggle to consistently create his own shot, needs to improve his ball handling, can be too passive on offense. KLJ. Maybe a classic tweener. And of course, they say in the summary, Garrett Clark is a tough physical bruiser that can get plenty of points and rebounds for his team in the paint. But the main concern is if his game will translate to the next level, which is his college scouting report. I like to look at those from time to time just to give us an idea what kind of player this is. So anyway, but I was looking at some film on Clark, man, and he does play rough and tough on the inside. And I've seen some stuff, and I'll just see where he fits in our rotation. So the Pelicans add him a guy. They added another wing. They didn't get a veteran point guard. They added another wing. So there you go.
I think this is a little bit of bad news, Q. I mean, we doing this. If he's on the active roster, does that mean Josh Hart is a little more hurt than we would like? Because I didn't hear any news about his injury, though, man. I didn't really hear nothing too much about that. So I'm wondering, maybe it's not that big of a deal, but he's going to take Didi's spot, obviously, but it's a little more than him just being added to the G League. So he might actually get some run at a certain point or get an opportunity, with Josh Hart being out. Maybe Trigger Trey holds him off, or maybe they're getting him to put some fire up under Trigger Trey to do better defensively. I know the more examples he have, the better he'll be able to play, seeing other people do the same thing. So it could be that, or they could be really looking at him to produce, man. This kind of fits the mold of a Willie Green guy, kind of learning our coach. He loves these wing defenders, man. I'm pretty sure now, watching how the guys play and he wants to run his defense, that he definitely was in that room on drafting Herb Jones. That's very obvious now. And you got Garrett Temple, who kind of similar mode, Josh Hart. And these are the kind of guys that Willie Green seems to gravitate towards and like, as well as us. We like him too. Maybe not Garrett Temple. More people really don't like him that much. But you get the idea. So he kind of fit that same mold, bro. 6'7", defensive player. You know, ain't gonna take a bunch of threes, ain't really looking to score, but can score. And he's gonna be out there and play solid defense. So maybe he gets some minutes, man. We can see if he can do something. At this point, I think we can always use a spark, bro. We're always looking for somebody else with the Pels. We're definitely a player or two short. Somebody who can fit a nice role and make an impact.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a good point, DC. I mean, he couldn't do no worse than, what was the guy name we picked up last year that was supposed to be Nunnerly? I mean, he can't do no worse than Nunnerly, right?
Nunnerly came in there and ain't do shit. It was exactly his name.
Your name is his game. He ain't give you Nunnerly. He ain't give you none of nothing. He was pathetic. But anyway, let's move. We're gonna bring in some of the family members. We got Brother Jalil and DJ from the state of the Pelicans. We're gonna bring these brothers in as we open up the family members. Will be live up until about 1 tonight, fam. And of course, Brother Jared was asking about the sports coma. We've rescheduled that for tomorrow morning, family, at 10. So we'll be starting the coma kind of early, waking you up on a Saturday morning, baby. Talking Saints football. All right, and also
Taysom Hill to knock the down sports coma back a whole day.
Oh no, brother. It wasn't Taysom. It was some tech issues, but outside of that, yeah, that, and of course, sometime tomorrow, family, I'll let y'all know I'll be appearing on Law Nation with the brother Law, and who was on the preview.
Oh, they got to get their comeuppance, huh?
They just don't know, family. They don't know. I get all the bows and arrows,
bro.
all the bows and arrows. I get them too. All right, so we're gonna bring the family members in here. Jalil, DJ, and Brother James, man, y'all welcome to the stream. How y'all doing, brothers?
What's good? What's good, y'all? What's good?
Hey, y'all doing?
What's good, bro? Good to see family.
Good to hear from y'all, bro. Good to see hear from the Cedar Brothers in the building. Brother Jalil, bro, welcome to the stream, my friend. You first up. Then we got DJ, then Brother James rolling around here. Much love to the fam, man. Appreciate y'all. Please hit the like button in the building there. Good. I want to hear y'all thoughts on the Pelicans, man, and their progressions moving forward. Brother Jalil, you have the floor, my friend.
All right, man. How y'all doing today? Y'all good?
Good, my brother.
Yeah, man.
Hell, man. Just enjoying this dub, bro. Whenever they come, they come. As far as turtleneck AD, boy, he been coming through for us, boy. Because them turtlenecks undefeated.
You see it, huh?
Oh, hell yeah, man. And he looking clean with them craps too, man. But just watching the Pels and how he playing and whatnot, it's kind of frustrating, but then it's good at the same time because there is no in between. Either we do real good in the game and go off, or we just shit the shitter and we just get blown the hell out. Like, it seems like we really don't have like close games like that. It's either one or the other. So it's good to see because I see we're making growth. And even though we still don't have Zion like that, it's still real good to see like us winning these games against like pretty decent opponents, especially starting off the year. We just had the hardest damn schedule, which I thought was just ridiculous. And now it's starting to cool down a little bit. But I think what people were saying was Zion, because that we just going to be awesome and all this, that, and the third. I think it's going to take just a tad bit of time for us to gel with Zion because we got to figure out how the rotation is going to work, who's going to spot up here, where the cuts are going to be. It's going to be a learning process along when we get Zion back, but I will say I'm optimistic as hell because I see the continuity and the teamwork, the kinship, the growth that's happening with the team. I see it all, and I just got positive vibes from for the rest of us for the rest of the season.
Well,
dope, man.
Yeah, well said, Brother Jalil. I agree, man. It's been a hard journey here, man. We're dealing with all of the losing, and it's just the getting there and being in position for a win, and then they just lose. I mean, you're thinking about when is the team going to show up and start, doing their thing. When is the anger going to kick in? And then you see the maturation process of some of our young guys like Herb and the rest of them Josh finding his way in there, and then of course them finding Josh and Herb Jones in the lineup together. All the great stuff that we've seen, and you start to see the Pelicans put it together, man. So I'm with you on that, brother Jalil. And tonight they paid them back. They paid them back as opposed to going in and laying the egg. They showed some fight, man, and they really took it to Dallas. Not by 2, but they really went in there and paid them back for what they did the other night. So yeah, this is I'm feeling real good about the win too, my brother. So that brother Jalil, thank you for your commentary.
He said what he had to say, brother Jalil, and dipped out, huh?
Brother Jalil, man,
he wanted to drop that on us, and that's it.
Nah, man, I'm still here, man. I ain't want to interrupt the show, man. Hey,
all right,
gotta be respectful around here.
Respect that.
Thank you, brother Jalil. Thank you, my friend. All right, we got what's up, DJ? Are you still there, my friend? DJ State of the Pelicans, their brother James. And then we got brother Jonathan Schaub in the building too. He just joined the stream as well. And let me see what else we got. We got another family member that pop up here, brother Donald. He's in the building as well. But we're gonna start with DJ. DJ, welcome to the stream, my friend.
Yo, what's going on, people? How y'all doing?
Good, bro. Good to see
you. Just a fun fact, bro. I still think Delta Holmes could actually help us. But besides
you gonna die on that hill, huh, DJ?
Hey,
you know what? You got James on here too.
DJ gonna die on that hill, boy.
Man, DJ, go back to bed, bro. Go to bed. No, you on timeout, bro. Go to bed, man. You got a bad time now, bro.
Hey, but on the run note though, the Gary, whatever his last name is, why they didn't go get Tariq Evans?
Tariq Evans.
What you talking about, DJ?
Besides, they signed a forward. Why didn't they go get Tariq Evans?
Oh, you talking about signing Garrett Clark? You saying why they didn't get Tariq Evans instead of Garrett Clark?
Correct.
My guess.
Tariq Evans still in the league?
Yeah, he's not.
What is he doing
no more, man?
I don't think
he's not overseas or something.
I haven't heard from him in a while. That forces me to look him up on Google.
It's been a while, man. Tariq Evans, I think, been out of the league for at least 2 or 3 years, right?
No, because I know he was suspended for at least 2 years or something like that. I mean, his 2 years is up. He should
be suspended for what? What the hell he did?
I think it was drug abuse or drugs.
Oh, okay.
No,
so he had performance enhancing drugs.
I believe so.
What, DJ? You answered your own question. That's why they signed him, because that's the same reason they got this dude, because Didi Lozada was on performance enhancing drugs. They can't replace him with another dude who was doing steroids.
I said, man, hold on, what? You don't need that guy around here. The hell with that.
Nah, but his 2 years up though.
Huh?
His 2 years is up though.
Yeah, but the Pels they got young guys. They don't want to build bad habits, bro. You know.
I mean, you got Garrett Temple. I mean,
we got enough. We got enough problems. We got enough problems from the referees.
Drugging it though.
We ain't trying to go against the grain.
But Garrett Temple ain't drugging it, man. He most sacred Temple in terms is that going. I mean, Temple offers a lot. I mean, he ain't no
Garrett Temple look like he turned down wine at the restaurant. You know what I mean? Like he the soberest person on the team.
I'm dead, bro. But on a real side note, bro, I hate the wins and like going back and forth the wins and losses, but I'm gonna take the wins. Great win tonight. I mean, at least everybody averaged close to their triple-double, double-double. Shout out to Wilhelm Gomez off the bench. They say Garrett Temple was the player of the game with defense on Luka. The thing with the Pelicans, though, and I really noticed that with these back-to-back games, if we don't win the first one, we're going to win that second one. And vice versa. So, I mean, we lost the first one. They made some adjustments and they won this one. It was a nail biter in that third quarter, though. Maybe mid-third, fourth quarter. Because they was putting Luke on the line, and free throws. That's how James Harden was gonna kill us. 'Cause, it wouldn't hit on nothing. But I'm glad to see him battle it out, and great win.
Yeah. Thank you, DJ. Appreciate you, man. Brother James, welcome to the stream, bro. I hadn't seen you in a while, my friend. I hope everything's going well with you and the fam. Welcome to the show, my brother.
Thank you, man. Everything going good. Just been missing, man. Like it seemed like I be thinking like, oh, I guess they ain't having the stream tonight. Next thing I know, I looked the next day, it happened. I was like, what the hell? But yeah, man, I honestly don't mind in this stretch of games. Don't mind the win one, lose one, because the games we played playoff teams, right? And then we had nine straight losses at one point. So at least this to me is what I pictured them being without Zion for a while, which was a 500 team close to it, where you fight in against the good teams, give them a challenge, and may pull out a couple of them, right? They just came off a road on the California trip pretty much, and you walked away 2-1. And then, of course, you came home, got your ass whooped, and then you came off the road and beat them. So out of the last 6 games, you won 4 of them. That's pretty damn good. That's real good. And the one thing that I'm enjoying is that the team respond. You can tell the team responded with a green.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing that you see is that unlike last year, and I don't know, maybe because it wasn't the buy-in, or maybe Stan Van Gundy just didn't know what the hell he was talking about. It just seems like Willie just has a good control under what he needs to do with each person to get them going. Like, you ever notice that? Like, if he feels that he need to get somebody going, he always has a good number of plays or an adjustment that he made to get that. Like B.I., like had that couple games ago where it was just like, here, soon as you get the ball here, no dribble, pull up, shot, get it at your spot. Same thing with Jonas and everything like that. So I'm enjoying it. I'm happy that they're getting it together, and as I don't know if any of y'all saw, but they had a picture of the strength of schedule up until this point and what it's looking like going forward.
Yeah,
and how
it's number 30 now, huh?
Right, we number 30. No, we're number 1. Is it
we
number
was
1?
number 1. We was number 1 up
right.
until that date. I seen that same graph.
Yeah.
Now we 30 after that date. It's about to get easier.
Right. And even without Zion, like, you got to figure this out, and I think at some point you got to figure out whether or not you're gonna just be okay with what this roster is and just see what happens with Zion, or you still try to improve this team, no matter if Zion coming back or not, or whenever he come back, you still got to do something to necessarily improve this team so you can get more wins up out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point.
What would be your come on, man? You know you gotta throw out an idea out there. You always got something working in the trade machine, bro. What would be your idea?
VP James, that's it.
You know it.
I say trade Dalton Holmes, go get that. No, get his ass up out of here. No, then I guess he would. I guess he would win, because if he goes somewhere that's sorry, he'll definitely start then. But I'm.
Oh, you got jokes, huh, James?
I mean,
but hey, you know what though? Not to cut you off, James. Hey, that mean if he goes somewhere and cook us, I don't have nothing either.
If he cook us on another team, I'll become a fan of that team, because obviously we just are. Like, I'm not just go ahead and just have my loyalty at that point. Like, you know what? It's that time. It's that time for me to give up my Pelican hat, bro.
Hey, what you think about this trade, James? Greg CTC said we should trade Garrett Temple and Sato for Cam Reddish.
Is Cam Reddish even playing?
Come on, DC, bro. Come on, dog. Enough with the Cam Reddish shit.
I know, bro.
Hey, man, Greg CTC said that. That wasn't my trade.
But you have to spotlight Greg's comment, though. Any chance?
I mean, the man threw a suggestion out
Cam
there.
Reddish in the game. That's what he does.
Big Q. I was sitting there and I'm listening, and I'm still surprised. I'm still mad at myself that it shocked me. He said Cam Reddish because I don't know who I expected, but Cam Reddish wasn't it. I'm mad at myself because I should have known.
Come on, man.
I don't even know if he's playing right now. Like, look, if you would have asked me after that, what I told you, that 2 games he had in the playoffs, that everybody cut him about.
Go get him. Go get him.
Go get him. But I think it's gonna be some type of combination. Like me and this nice lady on Twitter was having a conversation about what they should do. Like you got this $17 million trade exception that expires by next offseason pretty much, or not. This coming offseason, so you got to use it before then. And then you have an expiring contract and Cedar Brothers getting $10 million, and you have Jack. I think Jackson Hayes probably gonna be one of the ones that you put in that trade piece in a sense because he making $5 million this year, so you can go get somebody that's making anywhere between 10 to 15 million. The expiring contract and a young player, somebody that's developing. That's why I think Spurs could be a target where if Thad Young really is upset, not as upset, but he said he's frustrated with his playing time.
Man, we gonna try to get all the Bulls people, huh?
Well, we should have got him to begin with, like this.
Yeah, we did. We should have. I thought for sure we was getting Thad Young, boy. When I was like, wait, all week Garrett Temple is out. Damn,
I'm still waiting for the rest of the trade. I just don't want to believe. I just don't want to believe that's it. It's got to be some
that second round draft pick we gonna get might be fire.
No, we don't get it. They just take it from him.
Wait. The draft pick that we were supposed to get is the one they gonna take from us. You saying?
Wait.
They gonna take the Bulls draft pick. Second rounder when it's available. They gonna leave us with the one we got from them.
We got a second round pick from them. I forgot we got a second. I forgot.
The trade was that disappointing, brother.
Look. I know some dudes from Chicago. They were like, we got Cedar Brothers, Temple, and 2 washing machines. And I said, well, them 2 washing machines must be doing a good job because the Pelicans jersey be looking clean, boy. But I don't know, man. Like the one person I wanted to target was what's that boy name in Cleveland? Ricky Rubio, but I don't think they finna finna trade too many people right now because they rolling.
Yeah.
The one person that we thought we were gonna trade in the offseason, I don't think it'd be too smart to trade Josh Hart at this point. Nah. Like you can't. Like
he playing like he won't be here too. My thing was he said he didn't want to be here, so I was like, get rid of him. He ain't saying none of that. And he playing like he won't be here. So
I think once he got into the room with Willie Green, because think about it, everybody that we heard so far that's actually played so far, that's young, that's been on the team before, has all bought in because Willie Green had a plan for each of them.
Right.
Like, no, he had a plan. He said he sat down with Noel, had a plan for him. Sat down with Josh Hart, had a plan with him. Brei, Jonas, all them. They sit there and said they all had conversations with him of how they want to go and how he'll use them. And even Josh Hart said like he feel better about his role this year because he actually know he has a role. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's because. It's a situation where this is the best we've seen Josh Hart play since he's been here, and I'm gonna keep saying this
for real. Yeah,
I'm gonna keep saying this. I owe that man an apology because I ready to trade his ass because I was ready to trade him because I felt Nigel Marshall was gonna give us at least what he give us, and Nigel Marshall can't even see the flow.
Man.
So he got 1 minute.
I don't know what happened to him, boy. He got that $5 million and he just went down, bro.
1 minute tonight.
He turned into a turnover machine, bro. He looked like Taysom Hill when he
had 3 turnovers in 6 minutes the other night. So somebody said because this is Jake Madison had said like, why don't we give Nigel Marshall some minutes? I'm like, because he turned the ball over 3 times in 6 minutes. That's right there. Why his ass is on the bench. Why he?
Hey James,
He's depressing, bro. As soon as they put him out there, he trying to play his way from that, I guess, the end of the bench, but that shit ain't working.
So James, I just got a quick question for you. I don't mean to interrupt too much, but one thing I was talking to one of my homeboys about, he's also a Pelicans fan, and he brought up an interesting point. Back to the Thad Young thing. Thaddeus is unhappy with his role on the Spurs. And I know with the Spurs, I think they'll be an interesting target to watch around the trade deadline or before then, who knows. I was like he was telling me, why don't we try to go get Thad Young, and maybe if they're trying to get rid of some like a young player that they don't think is going to be all that great or is not thriving under Greg Popovich's scheme, he was talking about trying to go get someone like Lonnie Walker type of thing. I don't know too much about that. I haven't really paid attention to the Spurs, but maybe you have. I just want to get your opinion on that.
Lonnie Walker, I don't know about him. I mean, if I'm in the thought process of, because like look, Lonnie Walker he's a two guard pretty much, right? Like he's a two guard. I don't know what he does well. Like because think about what we need, and I don't know if he's it. Like if you really want to think about it, like I think he's a nice player or something like that, but I think if you go after the Spurs and you want to make a target, like it's two things you need to do. Either you try to get some good minutes from somebody that you think can play, which is Thad Young, and in a situation, he's unhappy in his role because he's just not playing. Like they're not playing him at all. He's gonna play here. Mm-hmm. Like it's not gonna be no situation where he worry about being benched and that he gonna play. The other thing is that shit. If you decide to go big and say fuck it, the one person I keep hearing name keep popping up all the time about being traded is DeJounte Murray, not DeJounte Murray.
Yeah,
now,
I don't know. Good move.
Yeah,
I don't know what it'll take to pull him away from them, like what it is. But if they truly is trying to like play a lot of young people and stuff like that, like shit, package some of them first round picks and use that trade exception, and send them a young player or whoever that may be to get him if they're willing to pry away from him, because that's somebody
I don't know about that.
They will want I think somebody significant like Josh Hart or something, bro. Maybe even Devontae Graham, or they might try to access for Jonas Valanciunas or something.
Hey, I would love to have DeJounte Murray on the Pelican squad, man. He's something else. He has some injury concerns. Yeah, it looked like he working through that, but I mean, I wouldn't be mad about it.
Yeah, but that's the pipe dream situation where I'm saying like if you like if you're trying to go big and really like knock something out the park, because think about, like, let's say you do give up Josh Hart or whatever, like he's a very damn good defensive guard. DeJounte Murray. Like I think wasn't he first team or second team or something like that? Defensive guard, it was something like that. Defense, but either way,
been a year before last. I think you might be.
I think so. That's what I'm thinking. A year before. So like, you got somebody that can distribute the ball as well as defend as a true. Like he's a true lead guard on this team. So I could see that something like that. But I mean, it's hard to say, man, because everybody who you would think would be sellers are playing well right now. And everybody that would be buyers are struggling. Like Lakers are buyers, but they ain't got no assets. Denver may be a buyer, but what they gonna give up? Like everybody hurt on their team, except for Jokic, right? You got Portland. Is there anything on Portland that you really, really want from them at this point?
CJ McCullough.
Well, see,
they ain't giving up on him.
No. But even then, like just to make it work, you got to give up a lot, because that's one you have to probably trade Josh Hart, because CJ McCullough making $30-something million.
Right.
So it's really more about, are you trying to hit home runs, or are you just trying to get some nice singles or doubles where you get some more extra people? Like, how can you eliminate the Garrett Temple Saturansky minutes? That's pretty much what I'm figure out.
That's what I was saying. Like, so the Thad Young and Lonnie Walker thing, it wouldn't be nothing out the park, but it'll be something that's mid that can it's like a mid-risk, mid-reward type of thing. It can work out, but if it doesn't, it's not really hurting you like that. as far as like Lonnie Walker. We know what Thaddeus Young gonna give us.
Yeah, I like the Thad Young thing because I mean he can play multiple positions too. He can play probably all the way from small forward to I think I seen him use him at center before. So he'd be very interesting and fit that same mold I was talking about Q with a Willie Green type guy. You know, he kind of a little bit of a do-it-all guy. He could score, but he's not dynamic scoring, but he can, you know what I mean? Right. Plays really good defense. You know, he got some passing ability too. Like he does a little bit of everything. So
and that could be your backup for like, you know, one of the questions that people are always asking is when Zion do come back, who's gonna be that odd man out of the starting lineup? Is it gonna be Josh Hart? Is it gonna be Herb Jones? And I'm like, you know, you can't be mad at either decision because you will understand why each one would, you know, you could choose each one. But like, let's say you start Herb Jones in that sense because he just gives you so much defensively. Like, because the thing is, as much as I love Josh Hart, Herb Jones is actually guard the best player on the other side of the ball every night, right? Like, if you need somebody that's going to guard your best player and give them hell, you want him on the starting lineup to do that because if Herb Jones coming off the bench, it's not going to be too often that he's going to face against that guy that you need him to struggle. But let's say you do start him. You're going to need a backup four. Because at this point, everybody figured that if you put Zion in and then Josh Hart is the starter, then Herb Jones goes to the bench and he will be your backup four to Zion in that sense. But if you're going to start Herb Jones, then you still need to figure out who that backup four going to be. And I think Thad Young come in, he's a smart player. He's good defensively, and you know he can get you buckets when you need to be done. You don't have to really rely on Billy Herman Gomez, Billy to be your main big man that can score the ball. Like now you have true front court backups. Like think about that. Thad Young backing up Zion, then you got Billy backing up Jonas.
I love it because like the lineup we tried to run, what that was last night, we tried to go small. Think about putting somebody like Thad Young as a small ball center. You know what I mean? Like I think it'd be dope, and we could have like Herb Jones, Thad Young out there in a lineup playing together. Man, that'd be crazy. And you just plug in two scores. That'd be a crazy lineup.
Yeah, I was about to say you put Trey Murphy out there and probably have Graham out there.
Yeah,
like you know, like that's you got four long players, and then you got your small guard that, like I keep telling people, he ain't this, you know, negative on defense that people kept saying he was.
We talking about Devontae
Graham? Yeah.
Hell no. Nah.
You see what I'm saying? Like everybody thought like, oh, he's just gonna get picked on. Like, yeah, he's small, but I haven't seen him just been picked on every game like people thought he was gonna be.
He a hustler, man. He makes good decisions defensively. He's small, so you know he can't guard Luka. But I seen that too, man. He had a guy I think he was about to get a layup or dunk. Devontae Graham went straight up and then turnover. You know what I mean? I'm like, damn. So I see him making plays all the time, man. He might mess around some games and nobody talk about it. He have 2 or 3 steals on the slick. You know what I mean? So you're right, James, on that.
Yeah, I agree with James too on that, man, about the Herb Jones. I mean, I wouldn't be mad either or way with Josh Hart or Herb, but you're right. Herb has more upside, and of course Josh Hart would do extremely well off the bench anyway. So I mean, you have 2 hustle players like Hart and Herb in there, man. Man, I'm not upset about that at all. I think it helps the bench out. Having Josh Hart there anyway. Of course, it'll be him down there with NAW, and of course, we have to get KLJ involved, or a mixture of Sato and KLJ, depending on how.
KLJ seems like somebody they would take too. He seems like a Spurs type.
Talking about for
player.
Spurs?
Yeah, they would try to definitely get KLJ.
Yeah, I don't think, but yeah, I would love to have
Jackson
Murray.
Hayes. Don't strike me as a Spur, man. I mean, Jackson Hayes get a highlight. We get blowed out by 31 points, and he posting his dunks.
Oh
like,
my
what you
god!
Doing, dog?
Oh my god!
You had me dying laughing with that one, James. Bro. I saw that. I said,
couldn't
man,
believe
this
it.
is some bullshit here, boy. I
No,
couldn't believe
no,
that.
you
Man.
know what? I'm lying. I said I couldn't believe it. I'm lying. I literally went to his page on purpose because I ain't gonna fake with y'all. I started watching the game. Towards the, like when it was like 5 minutes left, I was like, all right, bro, I seen enough. I'm finna get on the game. And so I saw somebody tweet saying Jackson Hayes got his one dunk. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give it about 25 minutes, and I'm gonna go to his Instagram, and I'm gonna see if he gonna post it. And I shit you not, if you look at it, it's tagged literally 4 minutes. It was like he put that one dunk up there. And I'm like, he can't help himself. he can't help it. And I looked to see how long he was in the game. It was like 2 minutes. I'm like, this man was in the game 2 minutes. It's just. It's wild, man. But I guess the last thing I was gonna say was whether you start Josh Hart or Herb Jones, I guess the lineup is also fluid in that sense.
Yeah,
because it really would depend on your matchup. Like, let's say you have someone that Josh Hart would just do well. Josh Hart would do better at defending than maybe Herb Jones or something like that, or it's a smaller lineup, so therefore you put him on there compared to maybe a time that you go against a bigger, more lankier lineup than you put Herb Jones out there.
Leonard or LeBron or
so, yeah.
Right,
exactly, right, because you don't want BI to have to guard LeBron. Like you don't want him to be, because other than the fact that LeBron bigger than him, it's a situation where it's tasking and Brandon Ingram is one of your offensive,
right.
Right, you don't want him to tire him out, so you'd rather have Herb Jones on him.
I agree, bro. I mean, that's that floating roster lineup we talked about during the year.
The living roster. That's what they call it. The living roster.
It always comes back
you
to
kept asking me to say this the what this week?
Living roster.
The living roster, baby. And
hey, Big Q, Willie say he trying to get in on the link, man. He's locked out.
Uncle Willie.
It's not a lockout on him.
Willie trying to get in here, man.
You can't lock you out.
Man, you got to put the blue ribbon down, bro. You can't have no alcohol.
I think Willie done spilled beer on this keyboard talking about, man, they done locked me out, man. Nah, Willie, you done spilled beer on the damn thing, man. I can't lock out the link.
Boy, you sounded just like Willie.
Yeah, WB3 be coming up with some shit, don't it? Bro, I can't lock the link.
That sound like
bro.
a goddamn TV channel, man.
I mean, Willie always be upset. He said we can't
come here, WB the link.
But this is the thing. I'm to the fam. Willie always says, listen, man, Q, you saying NAW, KLJ. All these guys, they got nicknames and they ain't good. I'm like, bro, first of all, that's not a nickname, bro. It's their name abbreviated, bro. What you talking about? So I just started calling Willie WB3. I mean, that's Willie Bibbins the third. So it's WB3. So I mean, he doing that, he ain't gonna complain about you saying NAWKLJ or the rest of the fam. So
now you know
WB3.
Willie gonna come on here and say, Q, you got to say my full name. I'm a winner. Got to say Willie. All Willies is winners.
And Willie, I'm gonna post the link again, man. I can't
Billy
lock
count?
the link, bro.
Do Billy count as that? I mean, it's spelled Willie.
Oh, well, we gotta ask him if he claims.
Is he a third, James? Is he a third?
We gotta ask
Willie. Is Billy a third?
I don't think so. But
he'll never say nothing bad about Willie Green. I can tell you that. He ain't said a bad word about Willie Green.
All Willies, everybody with Willie is a champion. That's Willie's logic.
Hey, y'all want to know something funny?
What you got?
Donald over there looking like, damn, when the fuck these niggas gonna get to me, bro? Listen, brother.
I tried to shut up, bro.
Jaleel talking about Jaleel asked James the question. He was asking the question. He asked the question.
He did.
He was encouraging it, Jaleel, bro.
I had hopped off when he asked the question. I said, "Oh Lord, that's it. That's what I'm see, I told you.
We forgot about Donald over there, man.
Donald, you still here, bro? How you doing? That's the Godfather. Who that Godfather? Donald, you still there?
Yeah, we took too long.
I guess I'm about to say he fell asleep. We'll talk too long.
He pulled the DJ,
hey, look. I'm gonna tell you something funny. Look, I said that a couple games ago. I was sitting there watching. You know, they bring out the injury report before each game. Of course, Zion on there. Then I said that I saw Dalton Holmes. I was like, damn, this man been on the injury report every game. Ain't played
What's
a game.
wrong with him, bro?
Look, James.
What's wrong with him, James? Why is Dalton home? What's going on with
Man,
that?
after him and DJ made that bet, he popped up on the injury report like right after it.
Man,
He wasn't even hurt before the bet.
I'm like, is this man on IR? And I ain't even know. Like, that man went down there and twisted his ankle on the bench, boy. On that pine, like what they say on the pine. Boy, did you hurt yourself? Did you get stuck by the needles on the pine? That's what happened. That's how you got hurt.
Damn.
You heard yourself at
your
the
mic.
buffet
You're
line.
on mute, DJ. Take yourself off of mute.
He off mute.
Took himself off mute, and he's still on mute.
They look. The YouTube said, "Look, we ain't trying to hear you talk about no Dalton Holmes."
Yeah. Oh man, come on.
I'm talking all this shit, but mess around, they're gonna end up being like the Saints. Start playing people. Who the hell is that?
we one injury away from that shit though.
Look, I'm about to say, like, that's another thing about like that Josh Hart getting hurt sucks so much because when he don't play, our guard depth is so small. It's so weak that just missing him impacts it so much. Like, 'cause let's be real, Josh Hart isn't a starting guard. You know, he's a good role player coming off the bench. So the fact that, you know, we have him starting just lets you know that our depth at the guard position is not very good. You know,
I don't know, James. I think he could be a starting guard depending on like the team and the lineup. I think he is.
No, I agree. Like okay, so let's say
he ain't a starter on all 32 teams, though.
Right? Yeah, that's pretty much what I was trying to say. Like he works well for us because of we have Zion, Bi, and well, we will have Zion, Bi, and Val on the court together. So you don't necessarily he does exactly what you need him to do with those guys, and that's do the dirty work. That's the fight through the screens, guard people, get the rebound, the loose balls, when everybody else is paying attention to Zion, Bi, and Val on the fast break, you just, duck your head and drive to the basket while ain't nobody paying. While everybody focus on them is one-on-one, because we see that without it. As soon as he get on a fast break, we already know what's going to happen. We know if it's one-on-one, he lowering his shoulder and he going to the basket.
Right.
That's a great point.
Hey, I tell y'all what,
they can't stop it most of the time either.
At all.
So look, I tell y'all what. Dilton Holmes made the roster for a reason. If anything, why did they cut William Gabriel if Coach Willie didn't see nothing in him?
I think they cut William Gabriel because of Herb. Like they saw, because remember because William Gabriel because we kept waiting on him to get some good playing time from last year, because we figured we were so inept at the wing position that we was just like, we got to at least let him see what he got, right? And then here come Herb Jones. Herb Jones was that guy. We was like, because remember, everybody said he gonna go to the G League and get playing time because he's just so good defensively. Like, you want to, get him some development time. And then Willie Green, the first opportunity he had, started him, and it's like, okay, never look back. And like, what wing is Dalton Holmes gonna get playing time over? Like, because everybody, because Trey Murphy back. But nah.
Yeah, he ain't gonna play him over Trey Murphy. No doubt about it. That's not gonna happen.
Who's a better shooter and a better defender? Herb Jones, a better defender, and can bring the ball up the court, and just as tall as whatever his name is.
Dalton Holmes.
Dalton Holmes, thank you. I wasn't being disrespectful. I dead ass forgot that man's name. But Dalton Holmes. Dalton Holmes, but it's like what wing? Cause think about it. Last year, I wouldn't argue against you. This year, that man, well, the only way he gonna see the court is shoot around. No, I was gonna say shoot around. That's the only way he gonna see that Pelican court with his his basketball shoes on, not the shoes he wears sit on the bench. I'm talking about actual like he tied his shoes with his shorts on, came out there, started shooting around. That's the only time he gonna see the court.
James, bro, you better get the flock out of here, bro.
You talk about Dalton Home gonna start, and I got to get the flock out of here, sir.
hey. So look, if we don't, and I hope we do go. If we don't get to play in, and they like,
I still don't want to see no Dalton Home.
I do. Hey, but you saying that if they actually start him in the last 3 or 4 games of the season and do something, I don't want to hear nothing.
Okay. So you had to do something. So let me ask you this.
You keep revising this.
Right, DJ. But I got a question for you. Let's say he do start, and he come out with them. What's that man named Snell that they always post? He had 0, 0, 0 in 30 minutes. What if he had one of those stat lines? Do that still count for me? Or you gonna sit there and say when he started?
Willie shirt on too.
he gonna have 0, 0, 0, 0 on. I'm like, oh, he got
that.
Look, DC. He was like, hey man, he had a triple single. He had a triple single.
That's his average right now. He averages triple single right now.
He got just as much playing time as Zion does.
So first of all, that I don't even see that in my visual, because you're not gonna play 30 minutes and not do nothing. So
that's exactly. He ain't gonna be.
That's off the picture. So I mean, I got faith in Dalton Hummus.
He gonna have 0, 0, 0, 0 and 5 fouls.
Damn, 5 fouls, Lord.
He gonna have 5 fouls.
Wow. Well, it's gonna take a while before we see, because he is unfortunately out indefinitely. Yeah, so that means no time soon.
No, when you said it,
he got some kind of leg issue, bro.
He fractured his he got a fracture in his leg. That's what it said, right? A hairline fracture, or was it a? I don't know what type of fracture.
You know what happened? You know what happened? You know.
You said nothing wrong with
Holmes' leg. They just put lead on here.
You know what happened? Like, when you sit on the feel like needles in your leg. That's what happened. He sat on the bench too long and started feeling needles in the leg. Like, ooh, what's this? I don't know.
Leg syndrome. That's what it is.
His shin splits progressed.
You got restless leg syndrome, my James. That what it is.
He had shin splits from doing suicides, and they progressed into a fracture.
Look, we laughing hard now. Dalton Home gonna get traded to somewhere, gonna be on the championship team, gonna put 30 points on somebody's head.
Funny, boy. We got to get DJ props, man. That would be funny as hell.
I'm still gonna find a reason to dig it. Like, but that's like he only played that one game. We ain't never see him again. That was his shining moment.
Hey, yo, DC. Well, this question goes out to you. How do you feel? Well, I know he don't haven't been getting playing time, but when he do, how do you feel about Alvarado?
I like Alvarado. When they give him some time, he makes the most of his minutes. He don't take him for granted. I like his style, but I mean they're not really asking him to do much. He playing. It's garbage time, but for him. It's just the game, and he play like that, man. He's very a lot of intensity, a lot of passion. He's made the right plays. One game he came in, he played like 5 minutes. He had 5 assists. You know what I mean? So I like him, man. I like to see him in some real action. When it's the game is actually not out of hand, to see what he's able to do. So I ain't gonna say he's like blown me away or like super impressed me, but he looks solid.
Okay. That's it for me.
All right, DJ.
All right, good night, DJ.
Yeah, man. Go to bed, man. All that Dalton Thomas talk, boy.
You tired? You about to go?
Jaleel said Dalton Hollis. That ain't that man.
Yeah, man.
He said, "What's it? Dalton Home going to get traded and hit the winning shot on?"
Yeah, what's up?
I got a question for you.
What's going on?
when you play 2K, you pick Dalton Hummers as like your my player.
Dalton Hummers ain't on there, dude. I don't think he on there. Is he, James?
He is on the game with the rock. You gotta do a lot of shit though. You gotta do like the roster updates.
What?
I'll tell you what.
He got on the game fresh out the pack, but if you like hook it up to the internet, you do the roster updates.
Yeah, right.
You put the injury-free thing on.
Hold on,
somebody gotta create him into that. What you saying?
Then you gotta he a two-way player, so you gotta go to the rosters and transition him to the active roster. You gotta do a lot of shit.
No, DC,
What?
you gotta cut somebody first. Then you got to
Hey, you know what? To answer your Big Q, put me on the screen. Hey, to answer your question.
What's up, brother?
Since y'all want to say you got to drop a pair, I'm dropping Tillman Satoransky and I'm activating Delta Hummers. And that's going to be my backup. That's going to be my
this
backup.
This ain't 2K.
Hey,
Zion.
You got to take a screenshot of it on Hall of Fame.
Dalton Home.
Then after like 10 games, show us what his rating is.
Dalton Home.
And you got to start him. We want to know what the Pelicans record is.
Dalton Home got a DC. Dalton Home got a 42 overall.
God damn. You lying.
No, he don't. He got like a 68 overall.
42.
68 overall. Based on what?
Look, DC, that's too high. DC, look. I'm gonna tell you what's Look, you know how they joke.
He ain't got no picture on 2K.
He don't. Look, he don't. No, you remember that picture that they had Nico Melly picture on 2K 2019? That's what it looked like.
Yeah. God damn.
That's messed up, man.
This shit get worse and worse.
It got generic. Hey, just find a white man and put his face on there.
Nobody ain't gonna notice. No one's gonna notice.
Ain't nobody gonna know no difference.
Nico Melly, they straight disrespected that. They disrespected them on that one, bro.
Like somebody put. Who the hell is this?
What the hell is Nico Melly?
He's
fell off the face of earth.
I think he back in Italy.
Oh, okay. So damn, he
send
last
his
long in the
ass
NBA. Huh?
Man, send his ass back. He ain't hit that one.
We got that one wrong. That's one I can't give Trajan Lane the credit for. He messed that one up.
I ain't gonna lie. Everybody excited. Oh, you got to stretch big. He ain't stretched nothing but his leg.
That boy must have shot about 83 pointers since he was here. Hit about 10 of them.
No, but look, remember at the beginning when he'll be wide open and not shoot the ball and be like, "What you doing? That's what you here for? Shoot the ball." I see why they.
He legit had one game where he made like 3 or 4 3-pointers in the game. That was it. That was the highlight.
I want to say wasn't that Dallas? Wasn't that against Dallas?
That would make sense. That might be why they traded him. That would make sense.
It was one game, then the rest of them he was just clanking it.
Go back up to his picture.
DC, that man ain't even got no. He ain't got no.
Man, they put some respect on that man name, bro.
But DC,
I think
DC,
they like him.
They ain't gave that man no wristband, no type of gear. He got regular white socks. Like, they gave him no wristband.
That boy ain't got no swag, no drip.
None. He got.
Man, what type of shoes them is?
The 2K. They gave the 2K
Protex. That boy got on Protex.
Fake Adidas on with the pyramid. They got the pyramid.
That boy got on Protex, man. What you talking about?
Man.
Look, you talk about they did him right. I said, look, he just like a regular white man to me. I don't know if that's him or not.
That's kind of how Dalton Holmes look.
Yeah, you know what? Now put up a real picture of him.
That ain't gonna mean nothing. They look, like you just said, he looked like a generic white man, so that's probably right on point. they didn't face scan him or nothing. They like, man, we just use this basic.
That's somebody, James. That's somebody made a screenshot for him to help him out. They said he don't have a picture on that. Devin was
wait.
Right.
They made it.
Somebody made that for him.
Boy, DJ, you need to link up with them. Yeah, that's his only 2 fans. Got to be.
I mean, they got the hair right.
They look like him.
Okay.
That boy out of Point Loma.
What the hell is that?
Ain't no man out Point Loma gonna start no NBA.
Boy from Point Loma. Oh, you repping fool? I'm from Point Loma.
What state he from?
Point Loma.
He went to college at Point Loma.
Wherever the hell is it?
Hey, Big Q, pull up.
Eating it
Pull
up,
up Tony
baby.
Evans.
Hey, I gotta have some. I gotta have on a green shirt for all that love for Willie Green, and I gotta have on some red Zion socks to go with the yellow nudges.
Wearing yellow nudges.
No, you know what? I'm gonna just put a red Zion bucket hat on.
Y'all know
boy.
Craig, you got to get some family members to create some Jacksons. Get them create some Jacksons.
Son, I'm buying a pair of paratroopers. They create some. I'm buying some fucking paratroopers.
Man, bro, I'm telling you, we have to see about doing
that.
Nodges
on pre-order for next year, but I'm buying the paratroopers when they drop off.
Yellow Nodges.
DC, hey bro, I was so excited watching Najee on them damn videos, them and1 type taste. I said, oh, he out here in his bag. We about to go to the championship
the right way.
This is my MVP. Ain't that what he said?
That boy was out there with the locks and shit. Yeah.
Bro, look, I said that. I said, you know why? I said he probably the only NBA player out there. That's why he was out there cooking them boys.
Nah, it's New York, James. They had to have some other NBA. It's New York, dog.
That man doing
some other NBA players.
Was up looking like Michael Jordan out there, man. I don't know what was going
on. That
That
man out there was sitting there like hot sauce, boy. He was giving them the big. I was like, what's going on? Hey,
that just go to show you, bro, that talent gap, boy. Them boys in the NBA ain't no joke, man.
Hey, but you know what? Dalton Holmes go out there and cook, though. He could probably go out there and cook.
Dalton Holmes is a two-way player. He ain't official yet.
He ain't official.
He ain't official till you're on the active roster.
So DC, you said he about one cut away from being one of them dudes out there, huh? Like he ain't too far.
He like a quarter of that.
DJ gonna have enough talk about his Lord and Savior Dalton Holmes. He gonna have.
Yeah, I'm about to say while we playing, boy, DJ over there getting hella offended.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
chill.
gave you the cheat code, DJ. Go ahead and manifest it, bro. Play with Dalton Holmes as my player on 2K and get his stats up. It might happen in real life.
Hey, DJ, I got some friends that work at 2K, bro. I could probably hit him up, send you some free VC point, man. Go on, hop him up to 99, bro.
99, good.
Go out there and be like LeBron James with KD jumper, just out there killing him.
DJ, we can't hear you, bro.
You two got you again. They tired of hearing about dog.
You on mute, bro.
There you go.
Well, yeah, DJ.
You still muted, bro.
What's going on with the system?
The foolishness. That's the
you gotta go out and come back in, bro.
You search at Dalton Holmes.
You got to
your virus. Yeah. Searching for Dalton Holmes on your computer to get your computer a virus.
I don't understand.
The algorithm don't like Dalton Holmes.
Yeah, but I don't understand what's the correlation between success and Dalton Holmes. What he's supposed to do when he get? I mean, come on. I mean, I don't understand.
Can't hear him, so I'm gonna speak for DJ because I kind of remember this. It was a very special day. He said Dalton Holmes, he big, he physical, he fast, so he can play defense. And then he was saying that he's athletic and he can.
I'm about to say you lying on him. I like that. He did say that.
He said he could shoot the three. You know what I mean? And when he get his chance, we put him in. We gonna win. That was his spill, bro. Nah, I was looking. I went and looked at the highlights.
You got a leg issue.
I didn't see the same thing, but that's...
Actually, I played the highlights on the show, and he was actually dunking on people. He was shooting. He was looking pretty confident in this game. So I mean,
he had a little dunk in the summer league. I remember that, and
I'm talking about not the summer league. I'm talking about prior to that. I mean, he had some film with him playing. I think it was with the Spurs.
Pull the film up again. Go ahead, pull it up again, Q.
I think it was with the Spurs.
Let's go ahead and justify DJ points. Go ahead, pull the
But
film
it
up, bro.
won't do no good because the man hurt. He out indefinitely with a leg issue, and the Pelicans
That
already
ain't
winning.
funny.
So
Him and being hurt ain't funny, but like he ain't played. And like everybody talking about Didi Lozada got suspended. Like he don't even play. How did they get
Hey, but still, James, though, Didi Lozada is my dude, bro. And I was embarrassed.
here we go.
I was embarrassed, bro. How you take steroids and you in the G League?
Hey,
Like if you taking steroids, bro, you should have at least made the active roster, dog. I'm just saying.
DC, they don't just have to be in the G League take steroids, bro.
Q, but I'm just saying, bro, if you gonna go all the way.
He did.
Whatever
That's why
you
he
was
took
using, that
steroids.
shit was trash. You was still in G League.
But here's
The
the
man's
thing.
is a backup player. He can't afford the good shit, man. Cut it out. I mean, what he doing with the budget that follows him?
He said he got the great value steroid.
Right, man. He's like, man, he ain't got it yet. What you trying to get him to do?
He can't get that shit. Alex Rodriguez, the man got. He got to get the
man. Yeah, he had to get some of that shit, bro.
He got to make do.
All the way.
He got to make do.
You gotta make do with what he got, bro. That's what it is.
Look what A-Rod done built. You know what I'm saying?
Umpire. I'm gonna say umpire.
Right. Bro, with juicing the whole time.
Did he make it? It looked like he missed it.
Yeah,
Did he make
he
it?
made it.
Come on, don't do him that. He don't.
No. That for real. At first, it's like
come on, Q. Don't do us that. Don't keep playing the same one highlight, bro. That's the only one he got in the NBA. Play the other ones that you was talking about. That's the only one he got right there.
I'm gonna pull him up.
Play the other ones.
Bruh, I swear that Chicago game feel like it's so far away.
I can't hear y'all, but okay.
We can hear
you.
We can hear you, DJ.
He said he can't hear us.
Yeah.
I guess he was saying. Did he say he can hear us?
I think he can't. He don't want to hear us talk about Dalton Holmes anyway.
You know, I got a request, so I got a bet for DJ. If Dalton Holmes go out and play and he ball, I'll go ahead and grow my hair back out. Be out here looking like George Jefferson for a whole month.
Damn.
But if Dalton Holmes come in there and play like poop, he's just gonna shave his damn head and keep that shit shaved for a month.
What he got to do? He got to shave his head.
Yep, keep it shaved for a full month. Either I go out here looking like George Jefferson, or he gonna go out here looking like Leonard Fournette and shit.
Q, is that hard to find the highlights you talking about?
I'm still looking, DC.
I just keep getting these single dunks.
I already told him. I told him if he start, I'll go get me a Dalton Holmes City jersey. I'm gonna get a Dalton Holmes City jersey.
You better get that shit custom made, bro. Quit the cap.
I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to get bro. I don't care if it was navy blue, it was gonna have to be custom because ain't nobody selling no Dalton Holmes jersey, bro.
Q, all he could do is don't.
DC.
I'm just asking.
The man was. I'm looking for the other highlights.
I'm just asking. Oh, DJ bucked up. Hey, you heard the bet, huh, DJ? Jalil said if Dalton Holmes get in and he ball out, he'll let his hair grow back out and look like George Jefferson because he got the sunroof up top. But you gotta shave your head if he get in and he don't.
I can't hear y'all.
Yeah, well.
Somebody type it in the chat for him.
somebody go type. They just talking shit about Dalton Holmes.
Okay. Let's see.
You know what's funny? He was out here in Austin, bro.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be a splash. Wait, that was him? Got the tip in?
Yeah. See, that's all he can do is dunk.
Losing 88-31. I'm just playing. Okay. I don't know what that's going to say.
Okay. So he got a tip in, and they kind of mad.
Oh, got a little.
He got a little right.
That was a slow ass jumper, but I'll take it.
He said, "I'll take it."
All right, drive the cup. Okay.
That's nice and basic.
He said, "Nice and basic."
Okay. Maybe he can shoot. Maybe he can shoot.
All right, he gonna go from Dalton Thomas to Holmes. Okay, all right.
Ain't none of them people playing right now. In the NBA that he playing against. You've ever heard of?
Them people just put them jerseys on for the day, huh?
Yeah.
Yo,
they be selling insurance in the mornings. they be insurance to the car salesman. That man pumped my gas the other day right there.
Oh, that's LeBron? Oh, that ain't LeBron.
That's LeBron.
Look,
hey, they play in the stadium where like that.
Is that a highlight?
They tell him, hey, the high school team got to play next. Y'all hurry up, get off the court.
oh no, huh?
All right. He looked like he could come in and he could average like 3 points a year.
Step back. Bam.
Nah, DC,
I've never seen any of these people ever.
I'm gonna tell you the truth, DJ. You know, this my thing on it, bro.
What these people?
Being honest, he don't look like
what these people.
He don't look crafty. He's not that athletic. Like when you're not athletic, you gotta be like really crafty and like have a like when you look at Luka, like he know how to move. Like he ain't got none of that. Like his movements are kind of stiff. And
why you comparing to Luka?
Athletic like that. He look like he can shoot though. He can
why
shoot.
You comparing to Luka, DC?
No, I'm saying. Yeah, I ain't comparing them at all. I'm just stating the obvious difference.
He gonna compare him to another white man. See, he's a little tad more athletic than this other white man.
I think he. I don't think he is athletic as Luka.
No, that's what I'm saying. I think that's like Luka is not that athletic in the sense that he's compared. You can say like he's worse than him.
Holmes not either.
But that's what I'm saying. Like
he like 6'8". I'm not impressed by seeing him dunk a few times. I mean, he obviously can jump at least 38 inches. He got a,
What team is that? That ain't the Spurs. Who is that? Who is that he playing with?
Yeah, Boston.
That's the Bucks.
But I will say though, none of them boys playing defense because in the NBA, boy, they stick up on your ass.
Yeah, he ain't getting by nobody. He too slow. Q gonna be calling the man mummy first step and shit.
Nah, I'm saying he don't play. He don't play.
He gonna say he got a mummy first step.
He don't play. I don't think Holmes play, man. That's the bottom line. He hurt right now. I don't think he contributes anyway. So I mean, but DJ,
if he wasn't hurt, would he be contributing?
I don't know. If he has a consistent 3-point shot, that would be nice.
I think he would have got some of the minutes like Alvarado and
if
stuff.
not,
Would have gave him a
Alvarado
shot
or not Najee struggling. Najee struggling
yeah,
shooting the ball. So perhaps
it can't hurt. I want to see him out there. This got me even more excited. I really want to see shit now.
Only way we're gonna see Dalton Holmes is on the sideline with a turtleneck. That's how he gonna contribute to the wins. Wearing turtlenecks. That's how he gonna contribute.
No, bro.
Kenneth said, "Q, you saw that BI spin move? I seen it, man.
Put him in a washing machine, like AD said."
Kevin said, "When you 7 and 18, you need all the help you can get." There you go.
That's facts.
That's true.
I don't want
Kevin said,
"I'm playing,
man." Kenneth with the plantain pudding comments is killing me. Willie, did you get the link?
Wait,
WB3.
He's still on it? Kenneth's still on the plantain pudding?
Nah,
Kenneth must be hungry. He been trying to get me to eat plantain pudding all night.
You said a living roster eating plantain pudding, spreading love, wearing yellow Najis with Dalton Home injury, doing peds, with Didi Lozada jumping out of the plane with Jackson Hayes while drinking a blue ribbon.
Boy, I'm a goddamn Renaissance man, boy.
Wow.
Do all that shit.
Wow. But yeah, fam, we get ready to close the stream down. It's almost 1 a.m., baby. So we're going to leave the last thoughts for the family members. I'll start with you, Brother Jalil, then Brother James, and then DJ, of course, he'll close the stream down. So, Brother Jalil, last thoughts, my friend.
All right. Dalton Holmes' ass. Move on.
Damn.
But on the real, I like the way we headed. We can keep on with the consistency. I still think we're still gonna make a mid-type move. coming real soon. I will hope it's what my homeboy talked about for like Thad Young or like Alani Walker or something like that, or maybe it's another player they have, something along those lines. Get them up in here because they gonna play because we need some help, especially Thad Young coming to back up Zion, maybe being a backup fives, maybe a small forward. Shit, we'll have to use all of that. But yeah, keep on with the trends, keep on improving, keep on growing together. The team looking very good. I love Coach Willie and what he's doing here, man. It's like, hey, looking on the up and up. All we need is for Zion to get healthy, and well, we can see what's really cracking.
Yeah, that's I agree with that, brother Jalil. I mean, Zion, man, if we can get them back 100%, bro, and add them to what they doing, man, the Pelicans, everything that we've seen and we talked about, fam, that's gonna be realized. I mean, seriously, Willie Green is you can see him we getting through this funk
coming,
here,
bro.
man.
It's coming.
Yeah, you can see it, them peaking like that. They responded to what happened with the Dallas. That's big, bro. After getting hammered like that, you come back and then hammer
twice.
them. Right.
They responded the last time when we got blowed out, then we played the Clippers, I believe, right? Oh,
was it?
Or
Yeah,
was,
it wasn't. No,
yeah,
it wasn't
I
the
think that was
Clippers.
the Clippers game was after a blowout.
It was well, I'm thinking of another game we had a back-to-back, but we just got an issue. I forgot who it was.
Well, I believe it was the Clippers, bro. We was coming off a bad loss again and showed up.
The only thing now is we just got to build on it. You know, when we have these things, we got to build on it and keep that momentum carrying forward. Brother James, your floor is yours, my friend. Thank you, Brother Jalil.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay off of
Hamas.
Yeah,
that was the Jazz. We got blew out by the Jazz, and then we came
Jazz.
back and
showed up,
the showed up against the Clippers, man.
Right.
But see, that's the thing right there. I'm gonna say is like knowing that we had two back-to-back. I mean, you had a back-to-back game versus Jazz, and you had pretty much a baby back-to-back. Minnesota, yeah. We had a baby back-to-back with Dallas. If you would have said we split both those games, you pretty happy. You know what I'm saying? Because both those teams are playoff teams. The Jazz are a top 3 seed. Like, you happy if you split that. Then you say, hey, well, you beat Memphis and you also beat the Clippers, right? And you beat them twice. Like, already, like Joe said at the end of the Clipper game, you at least split the series because you got to play them 2 more times. So at worst, you're going to split for the season. So at least you already came up ahead in that situation. You split with the Jazz so far. So you doing good. Now, Sunday, you got to play the Rockets. And they've been on a little run, too. They've heating up.
5 games in a row.
Right. And so this is a team, like, this still a team that you should be able to beat. And you get that. You take advantage of that because the next game is, who is that? Crap. I forgot who they play after.
We played Denver on Wednesday.
Denver hobble. They can get got. You know what I'm saying?
We get all of 2 days of rest though, bro. We don't normally get that.
Yeah, exactly. You get 2 days rest, and we don't even know if Jokic may be out for all we know and stuff like that. But we know they missing 3 other starters, so that's a game that you should be able to get as well. So you beat Dallas, and you want to improve on that, try to get you a good winning streak going on. And really, all you really
got a nice little run.
You see what I'm saying? Look at that. Then you got OKC. Milwaukee gonna be tough. It was gonna be tough regardless. Philadelphia gonna be tough. We played them already.
Philly. We could beat them though.
We could beat Philly. We could beat Portland. We could beat Orlando. OKC. Like, look at that. But you have to take advantage of it while you can. Like, that's the thing that this is what I'm really looking forward to.
What the hell we play Phoenix and Golden State back to back?
That's gonna be that's gonna
crazy.
Be no. Utah, Phoenix, and
wait, Milwaukee.
Good God Almighty!
Who the hell made this shit?
So again, you see that little stretch right there where you play. You got Houston, Denver, Detroit, San Antonio, OKC. You better win at least 4 out of that. What is that? 5 games. You got to try to win 4 out of that 5 games right there.
But that's very doable, though, Jan. That's real doable.
Exactly. At worst, 3-2. At worst.
Right. At worst.
At worst. And so you got to sit there and take advantage of that. And all you ask is to be at least you know, when Zion come back, at least let's say 5 games below your win. Like let's say you're 14, not 14, but let's say you're 18 and 22 or something like that, or 10 and 18. Like just get to 10 to 18. You get the double digit 10 to 18, then you just go and get better. Because so far, remember everybody said we had a chance to get in the play and to the playoff before the league shut down the Zion rookie year. We already ahead of that because we were 6 and 22 before we started turning around. We 7 and 18 right now. So even then, we doing better than we did 2019.
Right.
And so this is your opportunity. BI looking better. BI looking confident. And I'm gonna say this one last thing, man. I love the connection between BI and Willie Green so far.
Yeah.
Like you could tell that there's a relationship between him and that I read the article today by I think it's Mark something, I can't think of his last name, but he said that the relationship between BI and Willie Green is damn near, they on the wavelength so much where when they have a conversation, BI will say what Willie Green was thinking.
Damn.
Like he'll sit there like, hey, I'm thinking about some ways that I could get you better open shots, and be out like, yeah, I think about the same thing too. And he would say what Willie Green had planned for him. And he said, you know what, we on the same way. We he's doing what Willie Green asked of him. Mm-hmm. If Willie Green want him to go out there and attack, he'll attack. Mm-hmm. And we didn't see this from BI last year. Like we didn't see BI where there was even the first year with Alva Gentry. Like this is the most happy I would say I've seen BI with his coach. And at this point, I just hope that I don't care about all the extra stuff with the Zion and everybody talking about like, he going out this and do that or whatever it may be, or he's not in videos. So I don't care about none of that. I care about how he reacts to Willie Green. If he don't have the same reaction to Willie Green that BI has had, then I got a problem. Because you the only one that's not buying in at this point. Which is crazy because we didn't hear about no issue with Zion and Stan Van Gundy. Everything we heard was between Stan Van Gundy and BI.
That's right.
So if you was able to buy in with him, you shouldn't have a problem buying in with Willie Green. Right. You shouldn't.
Right.
I think that's who Zion is, though. He's that guy that he gonna respect his coach no matter what. And when they was talking about the injury stuff today, and they had Willie Green doing the interview, and they showing all the clips and cutaways. Willie Green is right on the bench next to Zion, talking to him and everything the whole time. And we see how Zion is responding to this team. He made Trajan Langdon when we got a win. He went in the tunnel and dapped everybody up like how Trajan would normally do. So I see a lot of things I think they are. But Zion seems to not like the media, so maybe a lot of that stuff ain't being talked about. But you got to believe that Zion and Willie Green are having conversations about how they're going to use him and what they're going to do and what they're seeing. And for the most part, every goddamn game, you see Zion there, man. He's all interactive with the team, sitting on the bench, cheering for him. So I think it'll fit perfect, man. But I love what I was saying with BI too, just like you, man. I was thinking the same thing. It's starting to grow into something real special.
And I just saw somebody say like it'd be good to hear that from Zion. I really have a question. Like people mad because we haven't heard from him. What exactly are you looking for him to say at this moment?
He don't even like doing interviews. Like why do you want him to talk so much?
Like right, he don't like doing interviews. But exactly what is this he gonna say every day? If you talk to, let's say you talk to him 5 times since the season started. Well, I'm really working trying to get back. The team looking this here and all that stuff. I'm just like that's all he's going to say. Like there's nothing that he's going to tell you that's going to make you happy because he's going, like you say, I'm trying to get back. We gonna see what happens. Like he can't say what's going on the court because he's not on the court. Like so what? I that's what I don't get. Like it would be glad to hear from him. Like what is he going to say?
I got some shots up yesterday.
There you go. They already said he lied from when they said, like he said, yeah, the plan is definitely for me to play when the season starts, right? Like he said that's what I want. That's the plan. And it's not to say so they're like, hey, he lied. Well, I'm pretty sure he probably thought he would go play. And now it's a situation where, like, let's say a week ago, the news came out, said he was clear 5-on-5, and he sit there, he come out and say, yeah, my plan is, the next time we have 5-on-5 to practice. And then the news come out, he felt soreness, so he don't practice. Now everybody upset, so he lied again. He don't want to practice.
They say that you saw him, man, like he was sitting on the bench and everything. The man looked upset, like he had his head down and shit. He looked like he want to be out there playing. So,
and I don't.
All the people saying it's just crazy talk, bro.
And I don't understand. They said it's not a setback. They said he probably, like I said, they ramped him up.
Well, why are they reporting it, James?
Because you had to, because everybody expected that. Because I woke up happy as hell because I'm like, we gonna get at least one Zion highlight today of him dunking because he back on 5-on-5, right? And then you hear the news about the soreness and they gonna slow him down. Everybody else said saying he's still fat and all that stuff. And they overanalyzing the 5-second video that they posted there, him just shooting the ball. And I'm just like, I don't get why everybody. I get you're frustrated, but I'm thinking about the situation where, if he feels so, the moment he felt anything, like they said, it wasn't a new pain. It was just, hey, he probably said, toe a little so. They're like, all right, shut that shit down. Shut that.
Zion's got a hangnail.
Shut that shit down. No. Like he could have stomped his toe on the bed. They're like, wait, yeah, I stumped it on the bed a little so. Shut it down. You gonna put your feet up. We're gonna put security guards around your toe. Like they not gonna have it. Look, as soon as he said anything about that though, he could have sneezed hard.
But you don't think if they're doing that, that's gonna make him start lying? He could actually get hurt for real because he gonna start lying saying he ain't hurting.
But most of these players be lying about everything, bro. Like I still think
B.I. hurt?
No. I think he still hurt. Because even he said it. Like, it was about, he still felt some type of twin, but he felt good enough to play. Okay. Like, that's really on the thing was. And I think that those first 4 games, you can kind of see that he just didn't look that explosive. Now, the last 4 games, he looked a lot better. You know what I'm saying? He look a lot healthier. So it may still bother him time to time. He probably got to put some ice on it, but it's not to the point where it's keeping him from doing what he need to do. And I still think LeBron James lying about being vaccinated. Like, look, they lie. That's what they do.
I think he's lying too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and
he was so against it, and then all of a sudden I got vaccinated.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's against it.
Right. So and again, most players lie about their injury. They say, it's not that bad. Come to find out, everything is broken. Or a situation where it's not as bad as they seem, but we're just going to be precautionary. And again, Zion is the franchise. As much as we love B.I., and as much as B.I. is a real good player, the success of the Pelicans within the next couple of years relies on Zion being there.
Zion Williamson, right.
It's just that simple. So if you got to wait to make sure his ass is healthy, it's so big, and you just take that chance. I mean, somebody said it may end up being a Joel Embiid situation where the first couple of years he's just not that damn healthy. I mean, I think people forget Steph Curry wasn't healthy his first couple of years with them glass ankles, and then all of a sudden,
it was like 3 years with Steph.
3 years with Steph. 3 years. So in this situation, because Zion is so dynamic, and everybody keep talking about he don't care and all this stuff, like. Tell me a game where you saw him play where he looked like he had quit. Show me the game. I didn't see it, but if y'all saw it, and I'd be wrong. I stand correct. But I've never seen a game where out of everybody on the court, he was the one that said, all right, fuck this. I'm good. I'm not doing this.
I ain't never seen him not participating with the team. Like, he be happy for other people even when he hurt. You know what I mean? So that mean a lot to me. When you cheering for the team, and you ain't got to do all that. You can sit there and watch the game. You ain't really got to do much. He be interacting with them, and during plays when stuff going on, he be over there talking to NAW. He can't get down on himself and stuff. So.
And he can't do nothing because, like, they get their ass whooped. You know, they see him laughing, going up. Like what? The man can't laugh. The man can't crack a joke. Like dude could have walked by like, boy, we got our ass whooped, boy. And he just chuckled a little bit, like, yeah, like everybody like, why is he laughing? Why is he happy? Like he should be out there shooting right now, as soon as the game over with. Get your shorts on to go out there and start shooting the ball. I saw somebody say, you better rub this shit out.
They gonna say something about that shit, James. Zion Williams, he's out there risking his health shooting the ball. He's still hurt.
Yeah, they could spin it either way, man.
That shit.
I saw somebody got mad because they said, oh, so he good enough to shoot around, but he too hurt to thing. He putting on. I'm like, they literally said he was sore and they're going to ramp back. What was they doing before the 5-on-5? He was shooting the ball. They doing exactly what they was doing before they decided they were gonna do the 5-on-5. And even then they said it don't mean that he gonna be out for another 3 weeks. They literally said we're gonna wait till the soreness to dissipate. He could be practicing next week for all we know. It just want to make sure his toe ain't hurt no more.
Well, I told you he won't be playing on December 17th against the Bucks.
I look. As soon as I saw that news, I was just like, yeah, they know something. they know something.
They removed that game, and then the news dropped. So got a little heads up.
All right, thank you, brother James.
My bad.
All
DJ.
right,
go ahead, talk about Dalton Home.
DJ, I think he might have fell asleep. His phone's sticking up at the ceiling.
Can't fall asleep, man. You got to close out the show.
DJ, the floor is yours, my friend. Uh-oh, DJ have sound issues again.
Hey, I
and YouTube shutting you down with the hummus.
Don't talk about Dalton hummus and your stuff gonna work. You can't close out the show in silence, DJ.
You got is that Dalton Holmes jersey back there? Oh no, never mind. That's something you gonna
I want to see DJ get a Dalton Holmes jersey. That's what I want to see.
What number? What number is he? Did we watch his highlights? I still don't know his number.
I keep 34. I keep see, that is a generic number. That is a generic number.
Giannis is 34, right?
He
Charles
is.
Barkley was 34.
I thought he was 32.
Powerful. Charles Barkley, not Shaq.
No, wasn't he 32 with the Suns? I thought he was 32 with the Suns.
He was 34.
Oh, okay.
Charles Barkley was 34. Who else had 34, man? Damn, that's about it. I don't know. I think that's it.
Look, and even then, it's like, they gave Giannis 34. It's just like, hey, bro, this is the only number we got. What you think? It look good. Let's go.
Hey, DJ. Oh, man, DJ just popped off.
Lord,
I think DJ having problems. Ray Allen was 34. Okay, good one, Cal.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's right. He switched his number.
Hakeem Olajuwon. There you go.
How about that? Well, number 34. There you go.
I'm sorry. Let me not disrespect the number 34.
That man might be special, James. He got 34.
That's the new 23.
There you go.
All right,
Notice
none of them was small forwards and shooting guards. Though.
Y'all can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right, y'all ready?
We are ready.
We ready.
Charge. I might. But yeah, great win. Hope to get Zion back. Hope to see his Garrett, whatever his name is, on the floor, because we must have signed up for something. But if anybody talk about your Pelicans,
put the herb on them.
Put the herb on them. And as always, tell them, get the flock out of here.
And go flock yourself.
All right, thank you, DJ. Appreciate you, man. Much love to the fam. Thank you, brother James, brother Jalil, and the rest of the family members chimed in. DJ, We will be back on
Go Pels and Dalton Holmes.
Dalton Holmes, the greatest basketball player of all time.
Hey,
That boy
y'all
good.
gonna leave
DC,
Dustin Holmes
That boy
alone.
good.
since Joe Montana.
Y'all gonna leave Dustin Holmes alone. Yeah.
All right.
Dalton
So
Holmes might actually be all right, DJ. I don't think he's gonna be everything.
I
He might be all right.
I
but
say
I
this,
mean,
Dalton Holmes will give me buckets. He'll give
well,
me
I'll tell you what,
Yeah,
Brad.
he
I'm
probably
gonna
give all those buckets beyond.
I gotta give DJ some credit because he cooked DC on some of those picks before.
Q, you always talking about cooking. When
Yeah.
you gonna cook some curry chicken? Some curry chicken, Q. Make some plantain put to it. Call me.
I know that's what you eat. That's all you eat, brother. All right,
So
listen.
look, DC, when
up,
you
brother?
come to your first game, if we meet up, I'm gonna buy you some Zion socks, and then and Big Q,
Go,
I'm gonna
DJ,
think about that.
go.
Hold on, let the man finish talking, DC.
I
before you
want to
start
ask him
asking
something,
him.
man. He gonna buy me the
Asking him about-
Zion socks. I gotta get the yellow Nodges. This is my only chance.
The
DJ
Nodges
be
ain't
in the
out
arena.
yet.
Man, he could go down there and talk to Najee and get him.
The yellow Nodges.
Yeah.
And then Big Q, hey, I'm gonna think about that. Getting a Hummus Pelican jersey. I'm gonna think about getting that.
Yeah, get that. Cause see that'll get people on your side seeing that you got the Hamas jersey. And when you do your broadcast, you hang it in the back. I said, see this guy right here. We need this guy right here. Because like I said, I got to give you credit because you told us on the show, you know, about Najee Marshall and a few other guys, and DJ and DC came out and said, DJ, why you always talking about them people way at the back of the bench? They ain't gonna do such and such, such and
always
such.
talking about them G League players. If you gonna quote me, quote it right.
That quoted?
Quote me right.
Quote you, okay.
Quote
okay,
me.
my
Quote
bad.
me.
Hey, I'm gonna chill on down home for DJ get on us like Busy Bone did 3-6 Mafia on Versus the other night.
Oh, I gotta go watch that. What happened?
Oh, he got mad. He called 3-6 Mafia and said, "Y'all ugly motherfuckers ain't gonna stop talking about me like I ain't up here." And then one of the dudes from
them dudes getting serious,
said, you know, S by D, and he threw the microphone and the water bottle at him.
For real?
Yeah.
You gonna shut Versus down.
Oh, Busy Bone got. That's why everybody was saying they were saying Busy Bone got the wrong name. He should be Crazy Bone. I kept seeing that shit on Twitter.
No, somebody go sit there and say, "You must have forgot your pills, or weirdo ass." He told him he forgot his pills.
Damn.
Them boys getting serious.
So he was tripping for nothing, huh?
They said he was. He said he was mocking him.
They sound like they're saying they wasn't. If they talking about he forgot his pills and all that shit. Usually them dudes be, you know, it be respectful with the Versus. They talk about what they gonna do before it. You know, I don't think it'd be serious with all of them.
Shit, not on that one.
Look,
you saw it?
All I know is
I seen highlights.
I turned on it right as it was getting ready to start. And before it started, he went off like that. I said, wait.
All right, DJ.
Wait, damn, he went off before it started?
Yeah. He went off before it started.
DC, you got to talk to your people, bro.
I ain't gonna
I'm going to kill everybody.
You heard him, huh? Trent says, Q, when you doing the draft report. For what, bro? What we drafting? Who we drafting?
He says,
damn.
Hey, look, who top 10?
Season still going
Jim
on,
Kev said we on the draft now, Q. Come on, bro. How we gonna just jump into the draft?
You talking about the Saints or the Pelicans?
They talk about the Saints.
NFL.
Oh yeah, I'm already prepared for us to have like a top 8 pick, and we
Damn.
look for look only for us to look for a wide receiver. They still draft a defensive lineman or offensive lineman.
Y'all ain't see no hope with Taysom last night.
No, that man threw 3 interceptions in 1 quarter.
But he ran for 100 yards.
Look, and every time I got excited, because I'm thinking we got a chance. Because Cowboy tried to give us every opportunity to win that game. We get right back to it.
Defense kept throwing out on them, dog. Kept throwing out on them.
Look, this how I know that the 2018 season broke my heart. because I didn't even feel nothing the other night. I just sat there and watched, and just like, all right, man. Remember on Last Dance when they were talking about when Jordan hit that shot against the Cavaliers in the playoff. And they said Ron Harper was like, I should guard him, and they were like, no, and Ron Harper like, all right then, fuck this bullshit. Like that's how I was watching the Dallas Cowboy game. Like I said, when he threw that interception that ended up being a touchdown, when the big dude returned, I was like, all right then, fuck this bullshit. And I cut the TV off, and then I saw the score was 27-17. Like, wait, who scored? When did we score? I didn't know we had scored another touchdown until I saw the playoff, the highlights.
Man, Taysom was out there throwing with 4 fingers, bro.
Hey, look, somebody said, hey, I tell you one thing, he's a good ass running back though.
Yeah, he almost beat him. He got the offense sparked just on the running the ball.
That boy said Sean Payton asked him at halftime. He said, how your foot feeling? He said, it feel pretty good. He said, well, you like some of these players? Taysom said, yeah. He said, I told him I liked them players. I didn't think he was going to call them all at one time.
Look,
so they called like 6 runs in a row.
He said, look, don't you drop back now one more time and throw that ball. You sit. I ain't
look, he probably got about 40 yards when Sean did that. All really? In one choke.
Look, I said, oh, we bring it home, and then next day, interception, and the dude decided he wanted to be Twinkle Toes. I just like, bro, you know what? I'm out here in Texas. I done talk so much shit. It's about my time for me to eat crow at least once since I've been out here in Texas.
But we play the Jets, the Dolphins, and who after that?
Look, that don't mean shit to me right now.
Nope.
I don't.
I ain't even going that way, bro.
No. That's
a chance.
This like the Pelicans. Think about it. We lost to OKC, who lost by 73 points the other night.
Damn.
just think about that. That's why I'm at with the Saints. Like we lost. We lost to the Falcons. We sure can lose to. We sure lose to Miami. We can lose to the Jets. I ain't too high on the hog to believe we just gonna go in and just run over the Jets. They got some talent.
Yes, indeed. And on that note, I'm gonna let it ride, bro. I ain't got no comment for that one. But nice seeing y'all, family. We will be back with a win against the Rockets. We're gonna take all the gunpowder out they shit.
Hey, DC been eating bad plantains again, y'all.
I just hope
take the gunpowder out of a rocket. It ain't gonna go no goddamn well, Q.
Gunpowder out of a rocket?
Gunpowder, rocket fuel.
You mean fuel? Rocket fuel? That's what you mean?
People got old rockets, man. They ain't got no new shit. There ain't no space shuttle rockets. Some old bottle rockets, Q.
DC eating contaminated plantains again,
man. That's the Houston bottle rockets, man.
Don't let us lose.
Take the fuel out of the rocket.
They ain't got fuel. They got gunpowder.
Gunpowder's a gun, bro. For the gun. That's a
old ass rocket.
Don't let the Rockets go off. They'll beat us, and Christian Woods go off. We ain't gonna never hit the end up. Been averaging 20 and 20 the last 5 games.
They gonna put the herb
that
on
dude
him,
been
man.
balling, man. Yeah, that's right.
Man.
Put the herb on him. Need defense?
Put the herb on.
Put the herb on.
he talk like a lawyer too. His grown ass.
Look at that picture, dog. Go back to that picture. That shit is perfect. That shit fits so.
Ain't no Photoshop.
He really looked like he could be a lawyer. You know what I mean?
Look, that man sound. That man 23 years old sound like
old soul, bro. You can tell.
He drinks scotch.
I mean, look at if he was my public defender, I'm like, okay, it might be the beginning of a promising career.
We getting up out of here. Look, I ain't finna see no time.
Put the herb on him.
Put the herb on him, player. But yeah, that and the other one I like was him as a cop. With him as a cop. With him. The same face, dog.
Man,
You got it all on
No
lockdown.
nonsense, huh?
Look, when somebody compared him to Kawhi, I see it because he almost got the. I swear to God, if somebody say something, he busts out laughing. I said, "Boy, we going to the championship. We going to the championship."
All right, fam. All right, with that being said, thank you, James, man. I appreciate you, bro, hearing from you on the stream. Much love to the entire family members. The flock is in the building. Big ups to you as well. DC eating contaminated plantains tonight is analogy. Then you're going to take the gunpowder out the rocket.
Yes.
Something like that. DC
bottle rockets.
He been eating contaminated plantains again, destroying them all.
Gunpowder wasn't just in guns. And bottle rockets too.
There you go. All right. So with that being said, appreciate it.
Shut up before I put the herb on you, boy.
Put the
Look at that. You want that shit to come to your house?
Who you gonna call?
You playing with me, Big Q.
You gonna call straight jacket. The damn cruiser and everything, huh? All right, so with that being said, I know you know Jonathan will like that. Jonathan laughing at that shit right now.
That ought to be a shirt.
All right, fam. So with that being said, we're gonna kick out on that. Much love to y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. We'll see you on Sunday. Recapping the Pelicans win over the Houston Rockets with the gunpowder in them, according to DC.
Claim it.
All right. So
they ain't gonna have no gunpowder. We gonna take that shit out of them.
I thought Rockets use fuel. I'm sorry, rocket fuel, whatever. DC. I ain't know about the gunpowder that you put in the rocket.
They got old rockets.
Don't matter, whatever it is, Herb Jones gonna lock it
up. They got old rockets from last year, the fireworks and shit from last year.
Herb Jones over there sitting there looking like I don't like my gun. I don't like my gun because it's black.
You gonna shoot what? Not on her.
All right, fam. Much love to y'all. We're gonna holler at y'all later. Peace and go Pels.
The Pelicans post-game report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
TheWhoThatDaily.com. That's right, TheWhoThatDaily.com. Your one-stop shop for everything New Orleans Saints, New Orleans Pelicans, LSU Tigers, even the top flight boxing news. So if you're a Who That and you're looking for a place to stay up on your team, TheWhoThatDaily.com is your site. TheWhoThatDaily.com for the sport Who That in all of us.